but if need be, we could always lower it later on. So by no means are we married to it. We'll just kind of have this for the time being. And then we'll just monitor if there are major performance snafus, then we can always roll it back. Lecking says using controller, very good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Lecking. I'm guessing you probably know this game. You probably know this game pretty well then. Played it for the first time. That's awesome. I hope you're enjoying it so far. It looks fantastic. It does look very cool. So that is exciting. What's up, Shock Value? Good to see you, buddy. I appreciate folks popping in. I know we're starting a little bit late. Later than I usually do. Of course, I tend to start late just in general. That being said, I was spoiled the other night. We got to start really early. That was a very fun time. Yes, it was Tuesday night when we got to start early. But I appreciate folks popping in regardless. Yeah, I like the roguelikes. I like the roguelike kind of deals. I'm a big fan. Might as well pop it up yourself. Might as well. We can all enjoy this cool little game. I'm excited. It looks pretty fun. Looks pretty good. Otherwise, I think we're all set. To begin, this is Ascend to Zero. Very cool looking roguelike game. It came out about a week and a half ago, so it's still fairly fresh. Once again, I got a review key for this one from Lorkit. They've been giving us the hookup for a lot of great stuff lately, and they came through for this one as well. And what else can I say, man? I'm such a rogue liker. I'm such a roguelike enjoyer. Rain over on TikTok asks, yeah, what's the name of this game? The name of the game is Ascend to Zero. Ascend to Zero is the name of the game. And yeah, really cool looking roguelike. I think it will have like interesting time travel mechanics. It's also listed as being a bullet hell / bullet heaven game. When I think of bullet heaven, I think of like survivors like games. So Vampire Survivors, Mega Bonk, those kinds of games. So I don't know how much of that this game's gonna have. They do recommend medium difficulty. But I'm excited. It looks fantastic. The stylishness of it was what first drew me to it.
It's you. You can do it. You only have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. 30 seconds is all I need. Oh, anime. Mandarin oranges. He's got the juice. What's up, Shock Value? Good to see you, man. There's different characters. Cool. I wasn't expecting animated cutscene. That's kind of neat. Just enjoyed. Yeah, I mean, I've heard good things. And I enjoy a lot of roguelikes. I'm very much a rogue-liker. And I'm not like an expert, obviously. There's so many that I've not played, and I don't like all of them, but I generally enjoy the ones that I try, especially the ones that are generally reviewed well. Speaking of drinking things that are normally in cans, I'm drinking a Baja Blast in a glass bottle. We got this in Chicago. They're probably in other stores, but we just happened to see it while I was in Chicago. And it's made with real sugar. You can read that, but it says right there, made with sugar. So a glass bottle Baja Blast with real sugar. We're getting sugar blasted. Sugar glass blasted. Just not sugar ass blasted. So I played Dead Zone Rogue. I did. Another fantastic roguelike. Love that game. Love that freaking game. Yeah, we tend to kind of bounce around to lots of different games on here, and a lot of the games I tend to play are roguelikes. Not all of them, but a good variety of them tend to be of the roguelike variety. But the world has already perished. Well, we're a little bit late, because in the cutscene it showed she was like fighting bad guys, but then passed the fuck out. And then it said you only have 30 seconds. I wonder if there's going to be like Hell Clock. Hell Clock was that game where you had 5 minutes to complete a run, and of course that's just not enough time. So you get as far as you can, you get meta progression updates, and you slowly increase your timer with upgrades and with other abilities. I wonder if this game's going to have something similar. Because I think there is some aspect of time travel, time manipulation in this game. They called us the last human. Broken time machine. Is time already ticking down? No, so I can heck around and find out. Approach your memories. Right, so yeah, so there's no timer ticking down, so we can take our time in the tutorial at least. Zone 4 in Dead Zone Rogue. Yeah, actually, I never did beat Zone 3 in Dead Zone Rogue. So that's a game I need to go back to. In fact, I know they're working on a second one too, which is wild, because the first one has not been out that long. So I'm hoping that that's a sign that the developers are doing well, and that the first game sold well enough to warrant a sequel. So that is very exciting. Yeah, that is very cool, and I love it, because I really was impressed by that game. And I'm glad they've done, you know, some post-launch support as well, beyond just the 1.0 release. So the memories of this world. There's robots. I'm gonna guess they're bad guys. They are monsters. Echoes of the past. Be not afraid. There is a time stop, okay.
Where am I?
Press the button to stop time. So I stop time, and then what? Do I get to attack? Go over here, okay. And right now we're not moving quickly. We're just kind of walking around slowly. In the tutorial, or in the tutorial, in the trailer, they show a lot of quick movements. I'm guessing we have lots of stuff to unlock yet. The only one who escaped. The others, not so much. Let us continue. More memory fragments. It says investigate the memo. Is that another... Oh! Let's see, is this a friend? Or maybe other characters we can unlock. Quartermaster Seis. Which is Spanish for 6, although it might be spelled differently. Oh, never mind, she's dead. Alright, sorry. I was like, oh boy, a new friend. Nope, she's dead, sorry. My friend. And we're only level 1. We're a level 1 Andy right now. How about this person? Mad Scientist Javier. At least I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Or maybe Javier. This is how it ends. Eaten by plants. Surrounded by monsters to face the end. Lethal anal hemorrhage. When I think of lethal anal hemorrhage, I could think of no one else. Grimm's good to see you, bud. I mean, you know, maybe a little bit of anal activity is one thing, but if it's lethal, lethal means it was a step or 12 too far. Good to see you, bud. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. We're playing another roguelike. This one just came out about a week ago. Yeah, a week and a half. Gabriella. Did they make it? Or does the big monster murder all of them? I'll be fine. I'm not sure she's gonna be fine. There's a giant monster staring her down. Oh, that's us. Okay, that was the caretaker. Yeah. So yeah, she did not be fine. Unless we can time travel to save them. Maybe that's the idea. We shall find out. Everyone met a miserable fate. What was the line from Majora's Mask? It seems you've met with an unfortunate fate. Time to reverse the past. If I could turn back time. What's up, Ducky, over on TikTok? Good to see you, bud. Yeah. No matter what it takes. Take up your weapon and face the past. Alright. This is I'm presuming this is some kind of tutorial. So it's going to teach us the basics, basically. Alright, let's begin. Budget. What was that? Handgun? Gun. The power of gun and enemy on my side. You thought the line was the power of God and enemy on my side. Turns out gun is all you need. Terrible fate. Thank you, Duder Dad. That's what it was. Thank you, Duder Dad. Can always rely on you, buddy. Granted, 30 seconds. So I think this is going to be like a hell clock situation where your first run will be very short, but over time you will unlock upgrades to expand the time-o. But also the time freeze aspect. The ability to stop time. So I have gun. Can I shoot? Can I shoot gun? There's no ammo for it though. Okay. Operation begin. So I can right click, I can pause. When you use time stop, nearby enemies and weapons will freeze. Does that mean my weapons too? Became my own grandpa? Yep. Yeah, well there's that Futurama episode where that exact kind of thing happens. Then who's my grandpa? You are! And he just freaks out. Grandma, how's about you make some of those sugar cookies I like? How about these cookies, sugar? I love that episode. Alright, so when you use the time stop, you can move freely without consuming limited time. Limited time as a proper noun, so that's clearly a... Oh, I guess maybe like just the timer, basically. The timer doesn't tick down. Safely collect items, but you can't attack, I guess, while time is stopped. To turn the tide of battle. Cool. But I have no ammo. Wait, hold on. I was kind of hoping the game would tell me about combat, but I think I need to, like, figure it out on my own. So, So, non-permanent gadget skill, E. Okay, aim and dash. So, right-click is one thing. Oh, but time is still stopped. Maybe that's what's going on. Now, do I have to kill? I think I have to kill everything. So, okay, resume time. Okay. There we go. Now, wait, is it shooting automatically? Oh, it's shooting automatically. Okay. Alright, so let's keep going then. Yes, the time stop is one thing. I guess that allows me to get some trinkets. Some doodads, but I think we can only limit it for so long. So I can aim manually, but the shooting happens automatically. So we're level 77, and just a couple things we've killed. We can pause time just little bits and pieces here. Save the world in 30 seconds. Complete the stage. A bit of a tall order. Can I at least rescue this person? Level 120. Higher than appropriate level. Can I rescue her at least? Can I, like, shoot the thing, maybe? Yeah. 30 seconds. Was it too short a time? It was a little bit on the short side. It was a little bit on the short side, and I'm a little bit on the short side. Because I'm a hobbit. That's kind of my thing. It says, get the fuck back up. Yeah, so your first attempt is a little bit quick. You get some of the basics with attacking. And dodging and a couple odds and ends, but not much. We, of course, picked up some experience. Maybe some meta progression, but it was a very quick 30 seconds. And hey, man, I'll tell you this much, man. Sometimes every second counts. 30 seconds can feel like an eternity in certain intimate persuasions, and I'll elaborate on that no further. So yeah, also, who is this questionable corner fella? The corner eyeball lad. Focus in the past, that must be corrected. In an area with level 120 enemies, a companion awaits your aid. I saw the companion, and I was trying to find them. Or reach them. Yeah, right here, actually. We're looking right there. Avatar skills. 30 seconds is all it took. That's right, that's right. Various avatars to try different skills, so there are indeed other characters you can play as. Cool. So, question is, how do I crack this person open? Maybe I have to unpause. So what do we have over here? Complete the stage, getting used to the power, blah, 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 rescue the blah, blah, blah. So defeat 120 enhance. I think we got to start with this guy then. Let's unpause. So if I kill this lad, and the other lads around. Oop. Dash to evade attacks. Woo! Ouch. Alright, is that guy dead? There he is, he's out. So which means we saved Sace. Our first person is number 6. 30 seconds is all I need, says Farsight. So elite enemies is how you rescue the friendos. Also, it's how you upgrade the player. The elite fellers. To gain additional time as well. Very nice. Like that. Chance to obtain valuable items as well, because we did see some other cool things drop down, but there's a whole lot of elite boys. They're, of course, very tricky. So in the underground bunker, while time is paused, I can grab things, and that levels you up, because that's plenty of experience. So there we go. So item drop rate goes up by 60% when you defeat a boss. Only when you defeat a boss, though. I'm not sure we're defeating a boss this early. Less stamina cost. That's probably not gonna happen very often, although defense going up is nice. And only that one's coming. I guess I'll take this one then. So the time is paused for a little bit. Crack these things open. I don't think it costs anything to break those, because I can still get the contents of them quickly. Anything else over here? Nope. Alright. Woo! Let's zip through them. And pause that so I can pick up a couple things. Level 250. So pretty spicy boys. What level am I right now? I am level... Oh, that's kind of cool. You can hold it. That's kind of cool. I'm 214. So you know what? I can probably handle this. Relatively. That's stupid attacks, yep. Happy to do so. I think I still have just, like, the basic attack, unfortunately. So the gun that I have, even though we're, like, apparently super high level, it's not the bestliest. Get the experience that I can, but still not enough to save the world. But that's the tutorial. Got the achievement that said to complete the tutorials. There we go. So that first 30 seconds was just a freebie. The second 30 seconds was like the real run attempt. It did say we defeated a boss. I guess an elite enemy is considered a boss for the sake of this game. Rain says they like the Kirby on the microphone. Yeah, it's not the microphone itself. It's just a little Kirby plushie that we have sitting on the microphone. It looks like a Kirby burger. Like a little, it's a Kirby burger. It's a Kirby burger. It is from the Kirby Cafe that we went to in Japan. My friends and I went to Japan last year for 3 weeks, and we did a bunch of cool touristy things. And of course, we had to hit up the Kirby Cafe because it was incredible. And also, the meal that I had when we ate at the Kirby Cafe was itself the Kirby burger, except it was an actual burger. This is just a plushie. I wouldn't have eaten this thing, as it would have been all squishy. Tech level 2. Got, yeah. View detailed stats. It's fine. So, tech chip level. Okay. So I guess that's the idea of, like, the meta progression. The stuff that you level up that actually sticks, not the things that get reset once a run is concluded. Yeah, it was a good time. And also, I never talk about the Japan trip. I don't talk about it, like, every 5 seconds. I have become insufferable with my friend group where I talk about it all the damn time, and it's like, wow, Alex, can you go 5 minutes without talking about it? No, I can't. No, I cannot. It is a problem. So we got a sword. So melee weapon, presumably. And gun. Budget handgun, which we already had. Learning processor. Experience gain rate, cool. Alright. And then we're back at the base. It just farts us out. Yep, just shits us on the ground. There we go. Broken time machine. So if we wanted to do another run, that's probably where we go. But first, we have some dudes to talk to. Supply shop.
It's not over yet.
Watch for an exclamation point. We'll have like quests and other special things. Yeah, to unlock new content. And as you defeat bad guys and remind the past, the bunker gets restored as you rescue homies. So what's this one? Oh, we restore something. Cool. And that brings Sace into our little base here, which is nice. She's the quartermaster. So yeah, the idea is we're going back in time. We're trying to rescue all of our friends and ultimately save the world if we can help it. I reversed the past. You never cease to amaze me. So she obviously knows who we are. I don't think I know who she is, but they seem to know what's going on. Collect some coins in the supply shop. What happened to Gabriella? Gotta save her next. A level 333 enemy. We got up to like 210, 215 earlier. It says look for a forked road. I'm a little bit shy in being able to afford these things. They're a little bit expensive. Special supply. So let's see, so I need to look at what I have right now. Do I have any armor? I know we have a couple of odds and ends. We have like a budget weapon, a budget gun, I think. So let's leave that for now. Claim rewards. No mail, no fan mail. What about this thing? So level 333, charging elite bore for Gabriella. 1,800. So the numbers become pretty big. The tactical gear room. So I actually can't go in there just yet. Fate editor. Various effects by upgrading the traits. Okay. So yeah, before I start going nuts on buying a bunch of stuff in the shop, let's see if these are things I should invest into instead. You can refund anytime. That's nice. I'm glad that whatever you invest into is not like set in stone necessarily. Special gift in the passage of time. Sounds cool. The one-time deal. Mimesis offers a special gift in the passage of time. All right. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it'll be more clear once we get into it. Can't use this thing. Javier's refuge. BM. No, not BM. It's B. Oh, it's BV. I was like, is it like B and then Roman numerals? No, I think it is. It's just that you pronounce it as BV. So 20,000. So once again, yeah, the levels of things blow up big. Can do the time thing here. I think when you use the time sync or the time pause, there is a cooldown for it. When you pause time and then resume time. So right now time is paused. You can like zip around and then you time back in. I think that does like an AoE, like an AoE melee attack. They were saying that there is a stamina drain when you're zipping around with the dash. I wonder what it is, because I don't see stamina anywhere displayed. Maybe stamina isn't a thing when you're outside of combat, so we'll look for that when we're in combat. But anyway, I think we're all set, so we could try another run. So let's see, so what do I have right now? I have a learning processor. That's just a device. So right now I have no weapon, accordingly. That is a weapon, and that is a weapon. Can I have multiple weapons? Looks like the answer is no, actually. So you can only have one at a time. I also have a grenade launch. That's cool. Superior quality. Common, superior budget handgun. Wowee. So ranged AoE, effect multiplier, 2-round burst. I mean, I'm kind of curious. Armor would be good. A pet would also be nice too. Automatically equip things. That's nice to know. Leveling up increases your stats. Okay. Makes sense. High attack increases damage. I'm not surprised. Yep. Defense reduces damage. Yep. Health means you can take more health, take more damage. High agility means movement speed, attack speed, and stamina. Luck is crit chance and loot gain. There are different avatars you can play as. Cool. So, the current level we've reached as this lady was 236. Chrono Childs. But we're level 0 overall. Passage, the power of time. Detailed stats, owned effects, right. Okay. That's kind of cool. Now, are these things I can mess with? No, at least not yet. Inventory. Gadget, we got nothing there. So tech chips is also empty. Yeah, so I'm wondering how we level her up, but I'm guessing the only way to do that is by doing more runs. Avatar skills. Yeah, when you release a time stop, it's like an AoE. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's like, so I see, I'm looking for any sort of mention of, like, it takes this much experience, or this many, like, yeah, some, like, kind of, I'm not sure if it's a currency or a collectible or something, but something we have to seek out to level up the homies. Oh, here we go, Avatar tech chip. Except it still says level 0. We'll just keep at it, and I'm sure it'll reveal itself in due time. So in that case, I guess I am enabled to go ahead and make some purchases. Although, let's think about how this usually goes in games like this, because we'll inevitably find stuff in the wild. Is it better to buy stuff in the shop, or is it better to seek things out in the wild and save our resources? Because these resources might be better spent elsewhere. In fact, they probably are better spent at the special supply. So I might just hang on to the stuff. On the one hand, armor is probably not a bad idea, but we could probably just find some armor in the wild. Let's do another run attempt.
Loop start.
I'm gonna try it with the grenade launcher this time. We're gonna also find out if the grenades hurt me, if there's friendly fire in that regard. So passage of time, is that what this is? Tech chip. So we get some kind of cool, just for freezies, a free little bonus fella. 50% chance to trigger twice. That's kind of cool. When time stop ends, that includes that AoE of ability. A gadget skill. I don't think we have a gadget, so I don't think we can use gadget skills. Yeah, there's nothing there. So that's probably not helpful. We might get a gadget this time. Inflict the damage vulnerability status on all enemies within a 400 pixel range. Which means they take a bit more damage for 2. I'm gonna try this one. It'd be cool if there was like a crash test dummy or something I could test out my weapons on before I get into it. I'm kind of curious how this grenade launcher works. Full spaghetti, always. Always full spaghetti. See if we can reach the level 333, homie. I will help you now.
I'm used to it now.
Chug of the chest. Well, I think I already did. Claim reward. Power of time. That's a power of time. Claim the use avatar skills 3 times. Yep, I sure did that. 3,000. Cool. So you have little like kind of mini side quest fellas we're working towards. Next one is the charging elite boar. Let's get into it. Operation begin. Actually fires pretty quickly. Like all things considered. Woo! It's gonna go. I fire the projectile, and as it's sailing through the air, we can still pause. Or is it just slow? No, it's paused. And while we're just chilling, I'll grab some things. What level are we right now? We're at level 12. Yeah, it's not really appropriate for me to be over there. So I will unpause. Oh, except I should have been in the range for killing range. 25. I can definitely handle these fellers. Grenade launcher's pretty good. Level 38, not bad.
I'm not scared.
We don't have a ton of time, so at the rate I'm going, at the fairly slow rate I'm going, we're probably not killing quick enough. There's a level 20 fella from earlier. We can probably at least kill this guy. I'm gonna unpause, knock his ass out. Oh, it replenished our time because we killed something. That's nice. So if you kill an elite boss, an elite fella, it resets your time. That's kind of neat. So if you have like a nice like killing streak of like one murder after the other, that's a nice way to kind of keep the momentum going. Crit damage goes up, not crit chance, crit damage. I like in the top left it tells you like the numbers, like what it was previously. Time recovery amount increases upon defeating. Ooh, I like that. Only the first weapon can be used. Attack increases. Well, I only have one weapon anyway. So I think I'm okay with that one, actually. That's actually quite helpful.
It's too early to give up.
That's right, we ain't giving up.
Now.
Murder the shit out of those guys, and...
That one looks dangerous.
Can I at least drop his ass? I sure can. Not bad, not bad.
Like that very often.
I must pause for just a moment. So there we go. Now we're just kind of getting that momentum going. Now we're getting a little bit more confidence here. Defense increases by 4% when time flows. Oh wait, when time flows 1% faster. Interesting. Defense go up when time stop ends. Grant a shield. I'll just take the flat defense. Actually, while time is paused, I will grab a couple odds and ends. I'm assuming I'm collecting those things when I'm popping those.
Everyone is waiting for
Yeah, I can collect these things. And actually, yeah, there might have been some things I missed previously. So let's scoop those up real quick. Yeah, that's free experience I'm just leaving on the table. That's so cool. I like the quick movements. We are level 230. We can pretty confidently be in here, I think. I'm gonna unpause, do my little AoE. Kill him instantly, very nice. I actually might stick around a little bit to fight these guys. They said watch for a fork in the road. 460, I think they said look for 333. There's 250. I might stick around here for a little bit to kill a few more of these dudes.
faster.
Or I'll just auto-kill them like that, yep. Alright. I'm gonna pause for just a moment here. So there, 250, and there's 333. So that's the big one. There's Gabriella. I'll fucking do it. Unpause.
Not scared. Almost there.
Oof. Oh, they killed me. When your health hits 0, yeah. I was hoping I'd be able to one-shot them, but they one-shot me. Oh, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like we're still alive.
Now.
There we go. Okay, yeah, we were just low on health. I thought they, like, popped me instantly. There we go. And that means we got another kill, so that means it replenishes our time again. Or at least not yet, but maybe it's about to, because we did kill that guy. Movement speed go up. Time recovery amount increases upon defeating. Right, we saw that one. AoEs. Oh, wait, no, right. I'm sorry. Deals area damage equal to... Ooh, that's pretty good. It's a lot of damage. That's good for really scary boys. They would say we can go back. I mean, I don't know. We're doing all right. Like, do I want to or do I want to keep going?
Everyone is waiting for me. I have to keep.
Have to keep going? Sure, I'll go. Oh, they mean go back here. Okay. That just meant, yeah, there's a fork in the road and you've got the goods. It's kind of a nice touch because, yes, this is a dead end otherwise. Boop, 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 boop. In that case, I will go this way. We are level 500. Suppose there's nothing stopping me from going a little bit further if I felt so empowered to do so.
I'm the only one now.
Whereas the bad guy's doing a lot more damage. So it is a little bit on the spicy side. And also we're not getting time back anymore. And it's not lost to me that we are not quite as overjuiced as we were for a moment there. Got another tech chip. Very nice. Time flows faster. And your attacks increase as well. So yeah, we saw one previous that said that your defense, I think, goes up as the as time goes up, as time traversal goes up. Projectile attack damage deals area effect damage equal to 60% of the damage. Nah, let's do this one. More of the dollars. Grab an experience that got left on the floor, of which there's quite a bit. Yeah, the time manipulation aspect is interesting, and the scale at which you're growing and leveling up is also like very rapid. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of time back on that one, but not nearly as much. So yeah, we get diminishing returns on, as far as like how much stuff you get back time-wise as you kill the elite fellers. Wait, damage taken by enemies within the 320 pixel radius increases. Damage taken by enemies. Okay, not damage taken from enemies. Enemies receive more damage. I wish they would have phrased it a little bit differently, because that ticks my brain a couple times. But it's like, okay, I see what they're getting at.
Let's give
Got a shield. I'll take the agility. Of course, this round is not going to last much longer, generally speaking. But what if it does, though? What if there's something we can do here? We're level 745. Big boy. Can I get there something else here? I mean, that's a boss. That's not like an elite fella. That's like a boss. Can I kill him in 11 seconds? Time trace. Challenge. Uh-oh. Challenge event. Uh-oh. It's like, do I know what I'm getting myself into? I think that's what that thing is. Just have to go up and activate it. Causal correction device. Right. Okay. Tells you what's going to be like. You can step outside the boundary. That's nice. Okay. Maybe I kind of want to do this one over here first. I'm going to do this one over here first. And I one-shot him. There we go. Actually, it wasn't not too bad. Not too bad. We did get a little bit of time back, but not a whole lot, unfortunately. What's this? Some kind of... I don't know. I guess it's a weapon upgrade, maybe? That talks about, like, all these attack thingies. And this weapon attacks normal enemies 15 times, fire 8 bullets in all directions. These are all, like, passive bonuses. Slot number 1. So we have a ranged weapon, so I should probably do, like, a ranged one of these things to kind of
It's too early to give
specialize in that regard. Find synergies. This weapon attacks 3 times. Throw a flame grenade. Explodes immediately when you use time stop. It's a little bit weird. When reloading, and we're not really... I don't think this weapon really reloads, honestly. It attacks normal enemies. That's the thing. I'm mostly caring about bosses and elites. So I don't know if I care really about about normal enemies. I'll do one of these two. But yeah, 5% chance to reduce melee damage when reloading. That's the thing. I don't know if this gun really reloads. It's a single cannon shot. Not like the pistol, which had an honest-to-goodness reloading. I guess I'll take this guy. Because we know that one for sure will proc when we wanted to. Alright, so that guy's dead. I was all scared of this area. We really didn't need to be. But again, there's a pretty good chance that this run will be going much longer. Because we only have so much juice left in this run. So not doing like the super tough challenge, not the worst thing ever. Permanent item drop rate go up? Sure. Yeah, that's not going to be helpful for us. We'll unpause right here. Kill the shit out of him. Get a whole bunch of goodies. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, that AoE when you unpause does so much damage, and we've juiced it up quite a bit as well. Max time is fixed to 60 seconds. That's actually not bad. Not sure if that's going to be enough necessarily. Time stops cannot be activated. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, it's not bad, but I think I'll just take this one. The fact that it gives you a slight better cooldown rate, but removes your ability to control it is, you know, it's a give and take. So these are for sure higher level. I was gonna say, yeah, this is gonna be. In fact, I think that might be as far as we go. Yeah. So let's pause here. This might be about where we start to run out of steam here. Oh, and I was wrong. This does have an honest to goodness reload. They generally recommend that we don't go into the next one just yet. Unless I just still try it. You know what? We're going to try it. Let's see. Let's see. Can I kill this guy in 5 gaming seconds? Whoop. Maybe. I'm like mashing the pause button. Ah, we couldn't do it. I was mashing the pause button hoping to see if we can do another time stop. But at least we saw where he is. We know generally what level he's going to be. So we know what to look for. Interesting game mechanic. This whole like time stop and time loop. And adding more time to your bucket mechanic. Very interesting. You have multiple items with similar effects. Their effects will stack. Good to know. Good to know. So yeah, defeat a lot of dudes. Got some coins. Very nice. Some new tech chips are available. Good. And purchase items or try your luck with a draw. Okay. Confirm. Exchange your score for useful items. So, mini power cube. Consumables usable on the time machine. I'm going to assume that means that is a consumable. Or do I want to do a random draw? I think the idea is you can't take this with you. So this is the money you held when that run ended. There's one in stock. Consumables usable while in the time machine. But I wonder, so it's a consumable. I wonder how long it lasts. So I see at attack plus 15%. Maybe it's for the entirety of the run. Yeah, let's take that one. And then also do the random draw. And of course it gives us the Mega Bonk and Vampire Survivors 3 draw. Unread Enhancer. Okay. And then also more coins. And those I think are like the meta progression coins. And then an unread rifle. Unread. I wonder what unread means. Like, not like as in like that book that's sitting up, that's collecting dust on the bookshelf. Not that kind of unread. 2-shot burst. Cool. Honestly, I felt like the grenade launcher was pretty good. Did pretty good, pretty good. Let's talk with what's-her-face. Time research lab unlocked. Very good. To unlock slots to equip gear. Okay, we saw there's eventually going to be multiple weapon slots. Pay coins to unlock it. Ooh. It's that easy, alright. Oh, I can do this now? Alright, well. Another device or another weapon. Another weapon sounds neat. I mean, maybe I can afford both? Maybe, actually. I absolutely can't afford both. It's expensive, but we have the goods. Budget enhancer, but it's an exceptional budget enhancer. You don't understand. Equip. It's got like a chromatic aberration applied to it. It's like kind of hard to see with my eyeballs. I could just dual wield grenade launchers. That is a perfect budget grenade launcher, mind you. Or, and like mix it up a little bit. I could also do like melee and ranged, but I feel like just picking one and sticking to it's probably not a shabby idea. Now, this is something we probably... Yeah, quality common, attack, cannot extract. So just so I'm clear... Can you tell what it is? Destroyed upon re-entry. Oh, I guess that's a one-time deal then. Oh shit, did I say discard? I meant de-equip. That's my bad. That's my B. Yeah, so how do you use that? Maybe the idea is that you can't equip it right now. Attack up. Yeah, yeah, so what I should have said instead of discard was unequip. Yeah, I should have. The second one. It was read before, now it's not. It's that simple. It really is. Unread spear. I could go all melee. Go all melee. It's a exceptional budget handgun. Destroyed upon re-entry. So the fact that it's a one-time use, that's what the little, like, exclamation point thingy is. Attack multiplier. So it's all percentages. 135 overall. That's also 135 overall. It's a 2-shot burst. It's a higher amount. So I will unequip this one. So just looking at just like the raw percentages, the rifle for sure. And I mean, the sword has like a, you know, a very tasty looking percentage as well. But I'd probably take this one. So I see this the option to discard, and if you discard it, you get some raw resources back. And it'd be nice to know, like... Oh, shit. I was gonna say, what if I right-click? Looks like right-click is... Oh, no, right-click equipped it. Okay, cool. Yeah, if there's any way to see, like... is there a way to know ahead of time how many resources that will get me when I remove it, when I discard it? Yeah, we'll do those two for now. 2 ranged weapons, and we'll probably try the 2 melee weapons next. The idea of multiple handguns, like 2 of a single weapon type. Sounds like it's a cool idea, at least. It's a cool idea. So she is still level 0, and maybe you don't level her up necessarily. I mean, we're leveling up her tech. No, not what was it? We're leveling up her, yeah, her tech chip, her avatar tech chip. Oh, these are just things she gets, I guess. Oh, but time flows faster. Oh no. Oh wait, no, these are things we choose, I suppose. Still trying to kind of learn the basics here. No gadgets to find yet. And tech chip still shows nothing here, at least. Learning processor.
This looks useful.
Oh, is that the thing oh, that was the thing I dropped. Okay, so when you discard it, it doesn't, like, remove it. Okay, that makes me feel better. So experience gain, attack, and attack. I'll just do double attack for now, but yeah, I'm glad we still have that. So I was worried it, like, destroyed it. So let's see here. Let's check this thing. So Gabriella is all ready to go. So she was our mentor, presumably. And she knows who we are. I evacuated you. I evacuated you just like I evacuated my bowels upon consuming the Taco Bell lettuce. Not really. I haven't experienced it yet, and I don't really eat a Taco Bell very often. Not just because of the diarrhea lettuce, but for other reasons. So now she's gonna help us operate this thing. Cool. Anything else, lady? The time machine is like, I think it said it's like not broken, but it's not in great shape necessarily. It's seen better days. It's been the star of many plays. So it extends your limited time just a little bit. You could, but cost us some coins, she says. Okay. Entry bonus. It's like a slot machine. Anything else? The Minotaur. That's right. They keep an eye on you, she says. I'm gonna guess the Minotaur was that first boss. What's up, Smokey? Yeah. When I sometimes it's one of those, like, it's like an earworm. Maybe not earworm, but it's like a thing that's like ingrained in your DNA. You heard it so much as a kid. I've seen better days. I've seen so many plays. Like, yep, it is firmly in my brain. Was that Sugar Ray? Is that who that was? Like those kind of summer jams you heard as a kid, man. It sticks with you for better or for worse. Even if you didn't like it, it's there. It's there, and it's what you have to deal with. So we get the slot module. Hell yeah, man. I always love getting nice and slotty. Slot module upon completing a dangerous challenge. Let's get dangerous. So we saw the person that we unlock at 4,800. I thought there was another one at like 2,000 something. Because Gabriella was at 333, I think. Maybe not. Was it my? No, that's 10,000. That's big. Maybe it was, Javier. Maybe it was. Can't use this thing just yet. We don't know what this is. Although it looks like it's an exit. Maybe that opens up when you beat the game. Tell you what exactly? Because I look like I'm talking to this little... It's like a little rabbit fella. This little robot fella. Yeah, it's a sleeper agent. Exactly. What's this? Oh, that's it. The Mandragora. That's what it was. The tactical gear room. No rewards to be claimed. That's fine. Let's talk with the lady. So we can afford some fun things. Special supply. Is that a Minecraft pickaxe? As I live and breathe. I'm gonna guess these are like one-time purchases, if that's why they're special. Session limited product. I mean, on the one hand, I don't know how easy it is to claim these guys. Triple bash, attack multiplier. Very efficient. And it doesn't go away after you use it, so I can afford both. Okay. Make it happen, baby. Make it happen for both. I'm still gonna do the melee, the range build for this next run attempt, but then after that, we'll probably try some melee shenanigans. And I guess I'll have to go full Minecraft. Might as well. Well, that's not Minecraft. I mean, that's Minecraft, but that one is not. But it's special. Cause them to bleed. I ain't got time to bleed. Now, actually, attack multiplier 140. Not as good as this one, but it does give you more health. That's kind of cool. Oh, Smokey, that's nice of you to say, buddy. Smokey, I'll tell you this much, buddy. Flattery will get you everywhere. That's right, that's right. Oh, come on, Alex. You're not so easily bought. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Flattery absolutely works on me. You silver-tongued devil. I appreciate you popping in, bud. Also, as always, you know, if you need to get some sleepies, I totally will understand. There's no expectation to be around here. But I'm always happy to have you. Always happy for you. Or to have you here. Nothing else here. Let's continue. Let's continue. Yeah, no other alterations to make here. See if we can get to that Mandragora. Use coins to purchase the stats. And I'm guessing... Actually, no, maybe I don't know. I was going to say, like, I don't know. I wonder if that is just for this run and it resets each time, or if these are permanent. The cubes. So I will attach the cube, the power cube, max time. You can only do one. And it costs 500. Okay, well, that's fair. We have to unlock more through Gabriella. So maybe, you know what? I bet this is a single upgrade. Probably, or a single upgrade just for this run, and it probably resets afterwards. I had to guess. Yo, we got Meerkat. What's up, buddy? A crusher hit to the face. But you did survive it. You did survive it. I appreciate that you're labbing some stuff in Darktide. That game is very fun. Meerkat doing the Lord's work, doing the Mythbusters. Mythbusters Darktide edition. Oh, big stretch. You ever do like a big yawn and big stretch and make a dumb noise? Just me? Or do you ever make dumb noises, or are you normal? Passage of time. Destroyed roll is a difficult one, he says. I will help you. The choices will differ every time. 5 seconds of extra time or random tech chips. I'll take the extra time, maybe. We still get a tech chip, though. I love them chippies, but where's the dippies? Gadget skill deals damage to a bunch. And a 500 pixel radius when you use a gadget skill. I'm still concerned I don't know if I have a gadget skill. Gadget explosion. Time flows slower when time flows 1% slower. Final damage increases by 2%. I'm gonna guess that's like, if there's like a 2-hit combo, the second hit probably does more damage, I'm guessing.
It's too early to give up.
Yeah, I don't think we have a gadget, so I don't think it's gonna work, honestly. The shiver down your spine, the pegasm, yes, I'm acutely aware of, like, you're just kind of doing your thing, you just go the... I think I read one time there's like a medical explanation for why that happens. There's nothing wrong with you, it's not a bad thing, it's something harmless, but like it's a common thing, and there's some kind of explanation for it, but yes, I'm acutely aware. And usually it's when you have to really go. Usually. It's not like, it's not a casual bathroom break. That is when it's quite necessary. You get the time vulnerability for 2 seconds. You know, that actually could be nice for boss battles. I think I might just take that one. Pop over yonder. Actually, we need to talk to you first, I think. To enjoy your brief rest in the rest area. By the way, for anybody who's just joining, I'm enjoying myself a nice little Mountain Dew Baja Blast in a glass bottle. The Baja Blast glass bottle experience, and I don't know if you can really see on the webcam, it's made with real sugar. None of that goddamn high fructose corn syrup nonsense. This is the real shit. Now, Grant, I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, that means it's healthy. It's still sugary nonsense, but it is pleasant. It is enjoyable, and I do enjoy. We're going faster than my calculations anticipated. We're getting dangerous. They're not gonna be able to control us. Who suffers from the PCAS? No. You must embrace it. You must embrace it. The entire large drink in the movie theater? Yeah, that kind of energy, exactly. And you really gotta fucking go. But you don't want to like miss the good part of the movie. So your legs are like bouncing off the. You got like the bouncy knees. Beat that monster and rekindle your lost potential. Let's fucking do it. Embrace these things. That's right. You know, talk to Gabrielle to do the upgrade again, and then defeat that Mandragora. That's what we intend to do, my friends. So we start at level 1 once again. Just say, can I just go right to the boss? Not particularly. So I'll get a couple of these fellers. Like, pick up whatever I can that's nearby. I think I will do one hit on those guys. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom in the boom, boom. Kill a couple dudes. And then, so that's good enough for me. Pick up a couple things, actually. Because, yeah, the little experience, little nuggets. It's like, we might as well grab those as we can. Actually, I'm not actually sure if that's experience or if it's part of the meta progression. I think it's part of the experience, because I think when you pick up the little spheres, it does contribute to your overall level. So we're definitely past level 70, so we can take that guy out pretty confidently. It's not recommended that we go right for these guys just yet.
Everyone is waiting for me. I have to.
But I might as well. Take care of this guy first, that is. There we go. Get the tech chippies. Delicious. Movement speed go up. Deals area damage when performing a... Oh, that's kind of cool. When performing a dash. Or better drop rate. I think I might just go for better drop rate, especially this early. That's a pretty good one to get this early. Although movement speed, tempting. Tempting. I think I'll take it. Yep. I think I'm not going to stick around to fight these guys. I think I'd rather take my business and my seconds elsewhere. Now, technically, we've only spent 1 second.
Let's give it a try.
Right, 44 out of 45. It's not too bad.
Now, that's dangerous.
Blast the shit out of him. Tactics against unbeatables. Final damage dealt to elite. I still don't know what final damage means in that context. That's pretty cool. Time step ends. That can be really good for bosses. It's a pretty common one. You know, I guess I will take this one. It is for bosses and elites. Yeah, let's fucking do it. I'll take it. Yeah, every time we... Like, if you look at the number right here, 177. So every little sphere you pick up does get you further juiced. I think they said the Mandragora is at level 1,800, I think is what they said. So that's what we're gunning for right now. I will pop this fella. Instantly murder the shit out of him. Assault rifle's cleaning up pretty well, honestly. Assault rifle's doing the Lord's work. Kill a bunch of dudes. Get my number nice and tasty and numbery. We know this one's a dead end, so we don't have to go this way. But it does get us a lot of experience. And that is kind of the name of the game right now. So yeah, 333. In fact, we could just skip right to these guys. We'd pretty much be able to blast them pretty confidently. Out of curiosity. Zoop, 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 zoop. Yeah, it's recommending that we don't go right for those guys. We probably could handle it, but it might take us too long for it to be worth it. So sure enough, I think I will just go right for this fucking guy. We killed him in 1 hit. There we go. Not too bad. So yeah, that AoE that happens when you unpause time is so nifty. So nifty. We could re-roll, but I'm sure we'll find something we like. To all enemies on screen, that's pretty cool. Against common monsters. Well, I mean, that's the thing. We're not really struggling with common monsters. I'm more concerned about bosses and elites. So, when it is specifically only for the the commoners, the dirty, unwashed masses of the commoners, then no, I think I'd rather not mess with that. The movement speed's nice, but this one's for all enemies on screen. So that sounds kind of neat. If I stuck around for just a little bit, we could kill a bunch of dudes. And they're decently high level. But these are even higher level. Yeah, I'd say we just do that. Now, I wonder if it makes a difference. Does it make a difference if I take the portal? Pew! Probably not.
The power to stop time. Why me?
Power to turn back time. I'm not going to make a show reference. I already did it earlier. Already did it earlier. And once again, we can just skip past that previous room and just go right for the boss battle. Or elite battle. Bam. Not quite enough to kill in 1 shot, but killed him in 2 shots. Not bad. Grudge. Damage taken increases by 13%. Wait. Damage taken increases. Gains the revenge status when hit. I mean, I would rather not take more damage. Stamina cost goes down. I don't want to take more damage. I don't want more damage, but I understand what they mean, though. When you do take damage for 10 seconds, your attack goes up crazy good.
I need to change the.
I'll take it. I'll take it. We can handle it. When have I ever been hoisted by my own petard in a video game? I have never once regretted a decision of equipping something in a video game, much less a roguelike. I like how he took a random bullet. Still way over here. He's just chilling. I fucking blasted his ass, apparently. All right, you were next. There we go. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, God, he still hit me. Oh, God, he's hit me a bunch. Oh, God, I'm dead.
Hurry.
Okay, I'm not dead, but that did hurt.
Freeze.
I'll just kill him. There we go.
Let's check.
Give me all the goods. I'll obtain whatever this is. So this is for, I see, slot 1, slot 2. Yeah, so we have to be mindful of which thing do we go for. Boomerang blade. When weapon attacks during time stop. Wait. You can attack during time stop? I don't think you could. I thought time stop freezes time. Boomerang sword that spins. Maybe the idea is like when you first use it. But I don't know. I think... Yeah, the whole thing about when weapon attacks during time stop. I don't think that's going to be helpful for us. Preparatory forward barrage when reloading. We know that, yeah, the reloading one does apply. I wasn't sure if the reloading applied for the grenade launcher. It does. A magazine of 1 is still a magazine in the eyes of the game. I know. A grenade launcher doesn't have a magazine, but you know what I mean. Like, just the number of clicks before you have to reload. So that's not bad. Chance to slow one hit. That's not bad. Yeah. Rotating shock orb. Fires a shock orb that deals 600%. Blah, 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 blah. Is this a... Yeah, but when does it fire? Oh, shit. I accidentally click. I was hoping to do the scroll bar thing, but that's fine. It sounds cool. I'm just unclear for, like, when it will apply. Maybe it's just always active. Maybe it's just always popping. I wouldn't say no. So... we have the spooky one. Revenge 3. Activate upon defeating a nearby enemy. I'm gonna open these up first. And I'm gonna press F to do so. I'm gonna respectfully destroy all these boxes. Nothing else. We never actually tried this, but it says level 630. We should be able to handle it.
I have to hurt. This might be a tough fight.
Gonna do one of these.
Freeze.
There we go. And we kill him in 1 hit. Yep. Well, maybe not 1 hit, but we killed him in a few hits. I think we have to kill, like, a bunch of dudes, though, don't we? Does it show the things we have equipped right now? Yeah. Yeah, I think the idea is this is just always around. Oh, while reloading. There it is. While reloading. Which is good, because that reloads pretty often. That's actually a good thing. Pausing flame sweep. On stopping time, I see it. On stopping time. Closer or the greater the damage.
It's too early.
When releasing time stop, fires 1 shock bullet ahead of you, so where you're depending where you're facing. Weak scorning marking cannonball. Oh, that's to attack normal enemies though. Normal enemies. Who needs it? The normies. Give me 1 second. I have to grab one thing.
I'm used to it now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go for the lightning one. I just have to be mindful of where I'm facing when I release the time stop, not just the AoE aspect, but also what bad guys are in front of me. So we'll go for that one. Are we still locked in here, or have we completed the challenge? Because we like killed the big baddie, and presumably it would like warn me. It would show a little purple wall thing if we were still bound, maybe not bound, but obligated to stick around there. I think we're okay there. I will stick around to fight this guy, even though the time you get back from the should I just go ahead? It's pretty high level, but that is the room we're looking for. It is the big one. So like I said, I was gonna be mindful of which direction I'm facing.
Now.
Blast his ass, very good. And we are high enough level, we should be able to make our way into that room. Yeah, it's still high level for sure, but we're probably juiced enough to be able to handle it. 18 hundo. So we were able to reach this guy earlier, but I couldn't kill him in time because it was like 4 seconds left. But now, I've got the power.
Faster.
There we go. We're doing pretty good, but this last hit should be enough to slap his ass. In that time, we did a pretty good amount of damage there, but this final AoE should be enough to get his ass. There's the little lightning thing we saw. I will stand right here to make sure this guy dies as well.
Now.
Bop. Got his ass. Nice. New avatar friend. These aren't people to play as. At least not yet. These are homies. Homies for our base. Right, not to claps. What's up, buddy? You got the That's right. It's funny because we played a game last night. We played a weird and very strange boomer shooter called Flesh Cancer. Very morbid name for that game. We played a game called Flesh Cancer. Very strange and very, like, kind of jank boomer shooter. And it was developed by a developer who was clearly very talented, but English was not their first language, and some of the localization to English was a little bit wobbly. And there was a weapon that used energy, like some kind of energy weapon. Kind of like the plasma rifle in Doom. There was an energy weapon, but when you picked up ammo for the energy weapon, they wouldn't say, you picked up energy. It said, you got the power, and that would always make me smile when I saw it. Item drop rate increases when defeating a boss, which happens a lot, but normal enemies don't drop nothing. You know, I'm thinking I'm okay with that, though, because they don't really drop items at all. They drop experience. Oh, maybe that's what they mean, though. Maybe it also means experience.
I'm tired.
Limited time. Or lose. Ooh. I don't think I like that fit. So it's a coin flip, yeah. And generally it will be more likely to be in your favor, but it could be not good. It could be not good. Yeah, the indie devs, yeah. No, I'm glad I played that game last night. It was weird. And I had some critiques, some criticisms, but overall it was a worthwhile thing to try out. I'll try this one. I'll do it. I'll heckin' do it. We did rescue the friend, which is nice, and there's nothing stopping us. We can proceed on through. The boss did drop a weapon. Let's see if sure enough normal enemies still drop experience. I don't really care as much about normal enemies dropping items, but I do care about weapons being dropped. Or I'm sorry, experience being dropped. That's more important. So I can't open that one just yet. I have to defeat a nearby fella, and the purple is how you know the zone is still active. All right, let's do it. There's the big man. Whoop. Pretty good damage. Pretty good damage. Got his ass. Very good. Very good. Not too bad. I'm going to pause. And, of course, he dropped experience, obviously, because he's a big fella. Big fancy boy. 12 seconds left as far as, like, combat time is concerned. Fires 4 tracking flame bullets. I like, yeah, when you're releasing time stop, because our time stop release move does so much damage, and we've kind of juiced it up further and further. So that one's an obvious choice. When this weapon attacks 3 times, fire 8 bullets. Chance to slow. So we saw that one once before. Every 0.3 seconds. So less damage, but can still slow on hit. 0.5 cooldown second, or cooldown, 0.5 second cooldown. That is all nice. This one, of course, does the big damage one. Like, by this point, you know, we're really juicing into our focus on the time stop as, like, our main, like, damage dealer. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with leaning into it further and further. I don't remember what the next thing to go for after this was. I think the next one was like at around the 4,000 amount.
Why me?
Maybe it was like 4,800 or something. It was some like fairly big level kind of deal. But it's over here. Yep. So he's the next friend. I obviously have no business attempting to fight these guys right now. Not in my current state. So let's fight around here quite a bit. I think probably quite a bit more. Because... yeah, what I'd probably do is I'd fight the rest of these guys. I'd move on to here. Fight the plant fellers. Ooh, I have no business trying this right now. Actually, I say that. 2,400. 2 pretty big boys. 2,400 is actually, I think, doable. You know what? Let's try it. Roll the dice. Woo! Woo! Did I get one shot? No, I did not get one shot, but that did hurt.
Now.
Not a ton of damage. Okay, I didn't get one shot, I got two shot. Goddamn. I guess I'm not surprised. That's what I get for flying maybe a little bit close to the sun. I thought my wax wings could withstand the heat. But, yeah, I got a little bit spicy. That's okay, that's okay. Lesson learned. I saw, like, it was an increase in power level. Maybe not as bad as the previous rooms, but there was still a gap from my numbers and their numbers. There was a noticeable gap. The cubes in the score shop, right. Right, so we didn't really... We kind of had to just ascertain what they meant by this before the tutorial showed it to us. Again, effects to your advantage. I like that. Oh, excuse me. So I can't do the... I mean, I can't do all of them. Max time, 12 seconds. Or... get 9,000... That's an odd number. I mean, well, it's actually an even number, but it's just kind of a random number. 9,636. Yeah. I mean, that is basically meta progression, so that's kind of hard to argue with. But 12 seconds. I think you only get the one, though, right? It's a consumable, so it goes away when you use it, I think, is the idea. We get one reward, and it is a health core. I thought it was going to be a bamboo stick. That's like a melee weapon or something. And it's just like that the Baja glass has been consumed. The Baja glass is donezo. But it was enjoyable. Baja Blast in a glass bottle. It's good, the good stuff. Time to shove this up my ass. Just kidding. That's for the tier 4 subscribers on the other streaming platform. That's for the Only Hobbits page on my other streaming platform. That's for the after hour stream. Tactical gear room. Avatar unlocked Blossom Blade.
Not over yet.
So maybe that is somebody we actually can use, as opposed to like an NPC for the base. So he's the one that's at 48 hundo. So we saw him earlier. What does Stace have to say? Defeated the Mandragora. We sure did. We're very cool. You probably bought some coins. Oh, we sure did. We sure did. So I can get another pickaxe. I can also get a overclock. Because it says... Actually, yeah, didn't I already bought both of these? Oh, unless, like, it goes away after you buy it once. Before I commit to anything. No rewards to claim. Before we do anything, let's talk to Gabriella. Looking more at the time machine, trying to upgrade it further. Okay. Emergency bonus is good. The time machine can help you greatly in the future. I like that. Okay. Good, good, good. These maximum achievement levels. I like that. Yep. Unlock it further. You got it. Distribute level points wisely. There's a limit. Right, there's 5 right now. Or eventually it can go further. The meta progression on roguelikes. Yeah, and this game has no shortage of it. This game has no shortage of its meta progression. It also has no shortage of, like, meta progression things you're collecting. There's the 0 coins, which I think is the stuff you use for purchasing weapons and some upgrades. And then there's this time machine coin we're collecting, which allows us to invest into the time machine upgrade. So there's all these different things we're trying to empower and further juice up. And a limited time stat increases. Starting level stat increases. Coin gain stat increases. So I'll definitely go for this one. So I do like the idea of being able to go further in time. But also, like, that's all well and good. But if you can't kill things, like earlier where I got 2 shot by those 2 scary bosses, then that only does me so well. I'll do one of each, and then I'll do one of each of these. I mean, I guess actually, and then I see how expensive that is. I guess I'll just say, yeah, I'll just do that. And that really used up all my stuff. So yeah, the next upgrade will have to be a little bit more choosy, obviously. All right, so that's all well and good. Something heavy on your mind. What you're trying to achieve is not something that happens overnight. It happens in spurts of 30 seconds, apparently. And who doesn't love a nice 30-second spurt session? That's right. One step at a time. Cool. All right, and let's go ahead and get this unlocked. Boop. Now we actually can choose a different character to play as, presumably. Every avatar's stats develop differently as they level up. It says level 0 there, but I'm gonna guess that that's about to change probably. Here we go, the 0 keys. Okay. So that's what I was wondering. And I also wonder... Ooh, what's all this then? Gadget locked. Okay, so the gadgets. How do you unlock the gadgets? That's the question. Now, these are empty. These open? It says gadget locked, gadget locked. Yeah, there's like nothing here. Is that a banana peel? What is the banana peel? See that? Yeah, it looks like a Mario Kart 64 banana peel. If I it's like, okay, it's just a sign. It's just like a wet floor sign. That's actually very clever. I like that. A very universal way of saying sticky floor. Beware. Our skills. Right, so that gives like the little silhouette to say there's more avatars you haven't unlocked yet. So right now we have the default lady, Chrono Child. That's who we're playing as right now. When she releases time, she does that big AoE that's really sick, and I rely on that very heavily. Time stop cooldown decreases by 3% for every weapon equipped, so you want to give her lots of weapons. And I can say upgrade. Hey, that's how that works. That's how that works. That's cool. That's cool. Because I wondered how this part gets further increased. I thought it was something you had to like just slowly get over time. No, you have to find these 0 keys. Yet another meta progression currency / collectible. However, what's this one all about? Blossom Blade. That's a word. I'm gonna attempt to pronounce this. I'm gonna do it wrong. Batojutsu? Batojutsu. Advancing forward and dealing a bajillion damage. So her damage is good, but her damage is big. It's less of an AoE. Hers is like more on a direct line, I think. Don't know how much. Attack speed go up 3% per equipped sword specifically. I did say I wanted to do melee weapons. So, I will purchase her, which sounds weird to say. Alright. And then I guess change means equip her. And then, you know what? While we're here, let's upgrade her too. Why the hell not? I got the stuff for it. Very good. Very good. So now her attack is pretty good. Health is also nice too. And eventually... Of course, I can't afford the upgrade right now. Skill attack increased by 30%, and you get hyper skills. So right now, hyper skills are grayed out, obviously. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, pretty cool. Yo, what's up, Kragon? Yeah, I'm like, it's interesting so far. It's funny because, you know, there's so many goddamn roguelikes out there. There are so many roguelikes. And there's action roguelikes, there's turn-based ones, there's the survivor-like bullet heaven games. Like, there's all these different roguelikes out there. And some of them inevitably become a little cookie cutter. You know, some of them wear their influences a little bit too prominently on their sleeves. This one's really like Spelunky. This one's really like Risk of Rain. And then one like this comes along that's pretty damn unique and is very, very much doing its own thing. I could see where this one might not be for everyone necessarily. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a bunch. But it is extremely unique and like so unlike a lot of the other roguelikes that I've played. But I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. But it's expensive. Let's do it. I can do it. Eventually we'll want more of those too, obviously. But yeah, but the differentness of it, I think, might be too different for some folks. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it is absolutely my cup of tea. I'm liking a lot so far. It's not a roguelike, it's a roguelite. I know that is a point of contention for some folks, for sure. I mean, I know, like, there's like some folks will disagree on like how you define what is a light versus a roguelike. I understand that for some folks, light is a roguelike with meta progression. You know, basically, if it has some form of meta progression, then it is a roguelite. I think generally if a game is a roguelite, L-I-T-E, it is also a roguelike, unless we're talking about the traditional definition of roguelike. So when I think of a traditional roguelike, I think Dwarf Fortress, I think Caves of Cud, like, you know, where it's real on the more old school side of things. NetHack, you know, or the original Rogue for that matter too. Whereas, yeah, this is obviously much more on the modern take where it's got meta progression, and it is nothing like games like, you know, again, Dwarf Fortress and those, and like the more old-timey boys. Didn't hers say that hers works really well if she's got swords specifically? Hitting large area with sword. Yeah, there was something that said do more damage with swords. Or for like the number of swords equipped. But I wonder where that's... It probably says that somewhere. Specialist in hitting fellers. Unless it just means melee weapons. Unless they just mean melee weapons in general. Here we go, per equipped sword. And we don't have to use swords. In fact, for that matter, I'm kind of curious. Was I being less than ideal in my weapon selections with the previous lady? Yeah, per equipped sword. In fact, it probably even says, yeah, weapon type, sword. There it is. Now, pickaxe is a sword. Talk about definitions for things that might rub people the wrong way. But yes, a pickaxe is a sword, don't you know? Of course. Of course, obviously. It's so obvious. We had a cool spear, but I see the spear is gone. I know some things that say get destroyed upon re-entry. I assumed that would get destroyed upon re-entry, but it's still here. So there we go. So there we go. So I will do the funny one. 140 versus 161. I'm a little bit surprised. Because it has bleeding slash, attack multiply 140, and more health. But this one this one do more damage. It do more damage. What more do you need? The more damage means it's better, right? I mean, not always. Maybe not literally always, but, you know. It's not... The end-all be-all is not always the almighty DPS. Not always the almighty dips. It is very efficient. I like the EXP gain rate. And this also gives a health bonus. The health bonus is nice, too. Usually it's one or the other. That's interesting. That's interesting, yeah. As the thing is, though, like, it's... The definitions, I think, do have some wobbliness to them. And I've definitely had it where, like... Because for a long time, I always thought a roguelite, L-I-T-E, was a roguelike that was... Or rather, I always thought a roguelike... God damn it. All right, period. Like, erase the last sentence. It's like I want to say the right one. For years I always thought a roguelite was a game that had roguelike isms, but didn't like go all the way into them. A game like Spelunky, because you know when I think of the game Rogue, like real old school permadeath, no meta progression whatsoever, stuff you would find and equip to your character. You know, kind of like again NetHack and like. Caves of Cud, like, you know, the real old school kind of inspiration. I always thought those were a traditional roguelike, and the modern equivalents that had, like, they played around with the formula, but didn't have all of the trappings of traditional roguelike games. I always thought that was a roguelike with a T. But I come to find that there's another definition for it that is becoming a lot more prominent, which is to say if it has meta progression, even if it's not like the usual flavor of meta progression, then it's the light with a T. But even within those definitions, it gets weird and it gets fuzzy. So, you know, and there's people on Reddit that will scream at each other about, no, this one's a roguelike, no, this one is a, you know, like Spelunky is a tricky one because on the one hand, there's kind of meta progression, but the meta progression, I don't know, like you can unlock shortcuts, but the shortcuts make the game harder because you're not able to get as much resources and money. So it's good if you're doing a speed run, but speed runs don't make the game easier, obviously. So, it's like you progress you progress like different ways to play the game, you could say. But yeah, it's like, which one is that? And there are people on Reddit and message boards that will fucking murder each other over these things. And after a certain point, I'm over here like, who cares? I don't know. The games are fun. That's all I care about. So but yeah, the taxonomy does get a little bit weird sometimes. Yeah, it's a K to some people, right? And I would generally agree, but that's the question. Like, if you unlock, if there's some kind of permanent unlock, even if it's just cosmetic, or if it's just, like I said, something that doesn't make the game easier, doesn't like progress you, but is an alternate thing. Does that count as meta progression? Because the word progression would imply it like puts you forward in some way. but it's like, well, it puts you in a direction, but I think the shortcuts in Spelunky make the game harder unless you're doing a very specific kind of run, like a speed run. So yeah, so that like I said, you could spend hours, you know, debating that kind of thing, and with people on the internet, and people do, and again, I'm not one to judge, I'm not one to tell people how to live their lives. By the way, I do have a third weapon, so look at that. I can just say, give me all the goods. I can say, give me all the weapons, please, all the swords specifically. And yes, this is a sword, a pickaxe, you know, the sword that we all know and love. This one gives you experience gain, and honestly, experience gain might be a little bit nicer. The max health one, I do like max health, but I'm gonna say, give me the brain, give me the brain knowledge. So that's a drone, and that is a, oh, that's a weapon. Okay. Oh, I see, a weapon type. Yeah. Okay, I thought maybe that was like one of these thingies. That's one of those, right? So still no armor equipped. I might just want to buy one of those damn things then. Give me my own goddamn armor. I'll do it myself. An armor and a pet. Can I have a pet drone? Can I have a pet grenade launcher? Can I just put the grenade launcher in the pet slot? Doesn't work that way. Does not work that way. Still no gadget fellers either. They were talking about like the gadget abilities. I figure that'll pop in eventually. Now, can I try like play as this cool lady? Or not play as, but can I test her out rather? Because it'd be kind of cool to like do some kind of test run. Also, it's not lost to me, if you have 0 weapons equipped, she holds a weapon. I kind of like that detail. She just has a cosmetic sword at all times. It's just for show. It's like, whoa, careful when you're swinging that thing. And she's like, it's plastic. It's not real. It don't matter. None of this matters. But the weapons floating around my head, oh, those things are real. They will murder your shit. They will chop your dick off with 0 hesitation. Yeah, I'm definitely curious about the gadgets for sure. Right, yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean, Craig, but yeah, that's where it gets fuzzy. That's where it gets fuzzy, and that's where people will disagree, and they will not disagree quietly. they will not be like, they'll be like, you fucker, you're a piece of shit, you're wrong. And usually if they're, you know, people, like I said, screaming at each other on Reddit, usually, I was using like a high-pitched voice, because usually it's like, you know, like 13-year-olds on Xbox Live screaming at each other. The money and items I've collected. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I just kind of go, it's video games. They're fun. That's good enough for me. I'm trying to get not to get too bogged down. There's also spears. Got the budget saber. I am very poor. We can't afford jack dick right now. Part of me thinks just fucking buy some armor, Alex, you dingus. You're just not buying the armor. Because we're finding the gadgets. In my mind, it's like, well, surely armor will appear eventually, right? Because like the 0 coins aren't like crazy common to find. Not exactly a simple deal. Also like the pink the pink streak or streaking or pink streaking. We got pretty close to that one. I think we got to like level 2000-ish maybe. The defense might be nice, yeah. Yeah, let's just do it. I mean, we're about to jump into a run, and it's not like a difference of a couple thousand make a huge difference. So I'll take it. And then I will equip it. Oh, it's already equipped. Nice. Because yeah, on the one hand, usually in games like this, especially if you're finding items from killing bosses, killing bad guys, usually I just wait, and I just do a couple runs, and I just rely more on the weapons and armor we're getting from bad guys. Because it's like, well, we're getting it anyway, and usually the stuff you get from bosses is better in games like this than what you find from, in the shop, at least. But not always, and in this case, it might really make all the difference in helping us out. So, let's jump in. We still have plenty of these fellers. You can see how much it costs. Oh, that's the thing. Actually, we don't have a whole lot, actually. Starting level... Coin gain. I'm gonna guess... You know, coin gain is something I care about the most, I would say. Coin gain, I'm assuming, is this coin, which is to say the stuff that we can take with us. The max time is nice. Starting level, I would say both of these are pretty good. I can't do both, though. Yeah, I can't do both. I have to pick one or the other. I would say the starting level is pretty inconsequential. So I'd say 10 more seconds of time is kind of nice. I got no cubes, because the cube that we got was a one-time deal. To save the armor, I don't know, man. I think the defense. The nice thing about that armor, of course, is we have it forever until we decide to upgrade it at least. Whereas these are all just for this one run. And a difference of having a starting level of 150 instead of a starting level of 1 is pretty inconsequential because you get a lot of experience in like the first couple seconds, basically. So I think it'll be okay. I'm excited to try melee weapons. That's exciting. Excited to try the melee weapons for the first time. Let's see what our first reward's gonna be. You've come to find me again. Huh. I mean... Oh, I was like, what is 2-365? Right, they mean anywhere in the range from 2 to 635. Interesting that you can either go for... Like, if I had to guess, that's probably like maybe 30% through that span of numbers. Just quickly arithmeticking in my brain. Whereas this one says, or get anywhere within the range. You could roll shit and get 3 0 cells, or you could roll amazing and get 600. I mean, the statistical likelihood of landing in the middle is higher than landing in the first 30%. So I'll roll the dice. How much? I'm curious how much we got. It'll probably say in the top right somewhere. As far as the stuff we got, there's only one of them that is weapon specific. And that's this one here. Bleed chance increases by 30%, which is to say this is the only one that does bleed. Yeah, go for the range. Yeah, the range is nice because it's, you know, it'd be one thing if it was like, if it would have given me the middle option, I probably would have taken the middle option. If it, instead of 200, it was like 350 or like 312, I probably would have taken the 312 one. But the fact that the option to play it safe was pretty far to the left in the range, I was like, I think I'll roll the dice. Defeating a bleed-afflicted enemy deals area of effect. That's actually kind of cool. Deals damage equal to 300% of attack to all enemies along the path. That's kind of cool. Dash cooldown reduction. It's kind of neat. Bleed chance increased by 10% on attack hits. I'm surprised that that one doesn't show as only applying for this guy. The way that one shows as only applying for that fella. I wonder why. Oh, I think it says, oh, all attacks become bleed chance. That's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. I kind of like that one. I like that one, honestly. They're not necessarily equally weighed. Oh, I mean, I just assume they are. At least as far as, like, the range of numbers we saw earlier. But, I mean, I guess we don't know. I just assumed if it gives us that range, I assume it's just like rolling a 600-sided die, more or less. 150 allows you... Exactly. I feel the time is probably more valuable. So I can kind of click around. But yeah, it doesn't actually, like actually use the weapon just yet. So we don't see what the weapon looks like until we're in a run. How much do we get, by the way? I didn't even look to see. We did get a budget tactical dagger. That's a dagger? That's a spear. Sir, do you know what daggers are? Video game, are you confused? Cannot extract. Item will disappear after this session. Nah, we're a sword lady. We like them swordsies. We have a sword fetish. We'll get them sorted out. A little different today. We're all pink. A new variable beyond my projections. Defeat the level 4800 fella. You get the next friendo. New lupification. Let's do it.
I can do it.
Operation begin. So once again, while time has stopped, I can't do jack dick. I can just go right to this area. I think I will. Can I get some experience for free in these things? Yeah, not always. I could go right for level 70, but come on. So I think it said like you go like in a line basically. That's pretty cool. That's nice and quick. And just like that, I got a cool 50 levels, 62 with all the extra stuff. Pretty slick. Let's go on to these fellers. The goods. It's the one there, I suppose. Yeah, same kind of thing. The fact that there's like a pretty generous dash forward. And I wonder if is it the direction the mouse is facing or the way that like our fella is facing. Let's find out. I'm gonna like do a little test.
I need to change the path.
I'll do this. I'll face like this way. Face that way, but I'll aim this way.
Fall.
Okay, it's the direction your mouse is facing. I like that better. Versus the way your character's facing. Because on WASD, on like keyboard controls, it's a bit hard to get it exact, but mouse gives you a lot more precision, which is one of the benefits of using a mouse. I guess I'll take the agility tech chip. Sure, twist my penis. I guess I'll take that one. Blood diffusion. Right, that's okay. That's just the stuff we have on our build right now. All right, so we're clicking along. We are level 125. We're doing all right. Doing A-okay. We're doing all right. Need more of the coinsies. Thank you.
Change the past.
All right, once again. And whoop. Another full time docket loaded right up. Very good. Melee damage reduction increased. Wait, I'm sorry. When melee damage reduction is increased, melee attack damage increases. So I don't think we have any synergy with that right now, but it could get good. Health increases. Yeah, you know, I got fucked up pretty bad last time, and as a melee lady, if you will potentially be in the danger zone more often, so becoming more tanky would not be a shabby idea.
Everyone is
Level 200 Andes. I might be able to skip these guys. I'm allowed to skip these guys. Bit of experience. I'm not allowed to skip these guys though. 50% damage at high health one. Yeah, I saw that one. The thing is like, can I guarantee I'll always be at high health? I mean, right now we are. But I get a little bit nervous in games like this where it's like, can I, how confident can I really be? Of course, the nice thing is that with this kind of pause mechanic, we are just kind of like time ninja-ing around. You pop in, you kill some dudes, you pop out, you pop in, you kill some dudes, you pop out. So that mechanic does kind of allow us to be kind of a glass cannon in some ways. But yeah, but now that I'm playing as a new character, it's like, ooh, I don't know. Also, I'm always a sucker whenever I'm playing a game like this, and you see like, oh, you get the pick 3, you get the choose one of 3 abilities, and you see a common one that's pretty good, and an uncommon one that's pretty nice. Like the uncommon one's like, you know, that one that sounds great, you know, damage goes up by 10%. And then you see a weird one that's like ultra mega rare, and it's like shiny and gold and glistening. And you look at it, you read the text, you go, I don't know, that one sounds kind of weird. I'm not sure if I understand what that one's getting at. Oh, but it's shiny. Oh, but the game is saying, look how rare this is. Well, I gotta pick that one. But Alex, the attack one, you know what that is. That's super simple. Yeah, but this one over here, it's so shiny. So I've definitely been a sucker for, well, the game is implying that that's a real good one. And the game knows more than I do about the game. So surely they would never mislead me, right? I am a sucker. I am a sucker in that way. So I will readily admit. Very satisfying. Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's rare. Oh boy, an additional 20% of the coins obtained. Well, so is that a one-time? I think that's a one-time deal. And I don't know if that's all that good right now, because we're really early on. If we got this later on, oh mama, that could be incredible. But yeah, right now, I feel like that's not very exciting. Crit damage, that's all well and good. Now that one's fantastic, because we're a melee person. We're a melee guy, or a melee lady. A melee lady. So this one sounds great for us. It would not be so good for the ranged lady necessarily. Yeah, this close combat crush, and that's the common one. So if I would have gone by the shiny, then I would have gotten suckered into something that maybe would have been less than ideal. So I'll take that one. Now, one thing I would like just as a convenience would be increase the pickup radius. It's kind of annoying having to like walk over to the little globs, little globules, to pick them up individually. It's a minor inconvenience, and you know there is a pickup radius, but I want more pickup radius. Give me more pickup juice. So we're up to 499. We can probably skip this room. The question is, do we have the wherewithal to get into the next room? 460. We do, not by an enormous amount, but it's probably enough. It seems like if we're able to skip a room and there's no elites or fellas, like big boys, then it's probably okay. And whoosh out. We kill him instantly. We got all the goods. There we go. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Weapon damage. Love that. Oh, but that's range weapon damage, dude. Final damage. Limited time is 60 or less. Final damage. I mean, yes, that's always going to be less than 60 in this run, most likely. So I might just take that one. When time stop ends, grants a shield equal to... it's nice. I'll take this one. Let's last dance with final damage. One more time to kill the
I can do this.
hamage.
Give it a try.
Yes, my favorite Tom Petty song. 709. All right, we can definitely take on the big boy. Big man on campus. The time stop is really nice. I like it a bunch. It's very useful. And it's, if I had to guess, oh shit. Big damage there. If I had to guess, that's probably one of like the things that the game wants you to really latch on to, is how to use the time stop good. Now, I didn't use it good there. I took some big damage because I misunderstood the AoE, but now we know what that deals like. The downside, though, is that, like, I'll say this much. When I watched the game's trailer on Steam, in fact, I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like on Steam. And I don't mean to say this with any malice in my heart, but it's a little bit, maybe not misleading. Misleading might not be the right word here. Just show me the gameplay. Here we go.
Is there a past you wish you could... Loop start.
So, like, you know, you see how actiony it is. You see how actiony it is. And how, like, zippy everything looks. And it talks about stopping time, obviously. So it shows the stop time mechanic. And shows you can do a lot of cool stuff with it, for sure. Like, this is not an inaccurate way of portraying the game, but it maybe emphasizes the wrong thing, because the game is so tactical. It's such a tactical game where if you're doing it, well, maybe I'm summarizing too much. Maybe I'm oversimplifying, but at least the way the game is kind of nudging me into playing it is having me be very tactical and very choosy about the fights I take and how I use the very limited time that I have available to me, because time is such a precious resource in real life and also in the game. So I would be a little bit worried that somebody might watch that trailer, go, yo, hell, like, sick-ass movement-based roguelike, and then you start playing it and you go, this is wildly different than what I thought it would be. I'm still enjoying it, but I almost wonder if the flashy trailer maybe didn't quite emphasize the tactical and strategic nature of this game. I enjoy it still, but I could see that being maybe off-putting to some gamers. But it is good, no question. But yeah, because the time stop mechanic is such a big emphasis, and to me, such a no-brainer, because time is so precious. It's like you really want to grind it out and be very efficient. But also, I don't know, maybe I'm being too leaning on it. Maybe I'm leaning on it too heavily. Maybe the time stop mechanic is something I abuse too much, or maybe I, like, should be a little bit more loosey-goosey with it and less afraid to let the time roll for a little bit. Let the good times roll. So I don't know. It's like just weighing the different ways to approach it, the different ways to attack the problem. Bleed damage dealt increases on a crit attack hit. Now, what is my crit chance? I'm not sure. There might be a thing to show that to me at somewhere. Slash just final attack damage. Let's see. Area explosion. That might the fact that it says NA might mean that helps none of our current weapons. Deals area effect damage equal to 10% damage dealt to the enemy. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. That I wonder if the, like, means that it's not affected. We know that, of course, affects everything. Maybe the idea is it causes the explosion. Maybe it means it causes the explosion based on that radius, and that's good enough. We do have bleed. We definitely have that for sure. We definitely have bleed, yeah. The 2-hour playtime thing, yeah, Grim, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on that one. And I like that. I'm glad that they implemented that, honestly. Kenshi's such a weird, freak-ass game, man. I like the game a lot. I like it a lot. But that is a game for extremely fucked up sickos. If you like Kenshi, you are a strange, traumatized human. And I pray for you. And I love Kenshi. So if that's any indication, if you like that game, then you are an a near irredeemable shit goblin in the eyes of the world. And I mean that lovingly. I say that as a good thing, mostly. I love the game, but good lord, is that a fucking weird-ass game. Yeah, you are an abnormal organism if you are a person that likes Kenshi. And like I said, I say that as lovingly as one can, because that game, I freaking love it. But holy moly. Yeah, I would fault nobody for being like, what the fuck is this, man? What the shit? What the hell, man? Yeah, it's a weird one, and there's nothing like it. There is nothing like Kenshi. I'll take this one. There's nothing like it out there, and yeah. I mean, I say there's nothing like it. I mean, of course, there are the inevitable comparisons to things like Dwarf Fortress, but even then, man, even then, it's a whole ass vibe, dude. It's a whole ass vibe. Yeah, Duder Dad's with it, and Duder Dad, you're a fellow fucked up fella, right? You're a fellow freakazoid of a gamer, so. And you know, I say that lovingly. I say the word like freak in a loving fashion. The way that you know when you use the word sicko nowadays, the word sicko is like, you know, if you're a sicko of something, that's a good thing. It is. We're all on the same page here. 60% or higher. Yeah, we're doing good with that one. Movement speed go up. Ooh, I don't like that one. Makes me scared. The risky one, I'll take this one. I'll just take it. The risky one makes me nervous. It's scary. The limbs, yeah, the cyborg shit, yeah, dude. And there's so many systems in that game. It's fucking wild.
Waiting for me.
It is crazy as a daisy, but yeah, it's impressive though. To put it simply, wildly impressive. All right, I should kill both.
I'll cut you down.
Not quite both. There it is.
I have to hurry.
And where's the pause? There it is. Let's grab these things. Time limit go up. Not a bad idea. Hyper skills. Now, wait, hold on. Does that give me hyper skills, or does that say if you have them, then things happen? I think that means it gives me hyper skills. Recover time. After skill attack. You know what? I'll bite. I'll bite that one. Time stop max usage count. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Wait. There's a max number of uses? Oh, shit. Recovers all time stop counts. Number of seconds of extra time upon beating. That's actually kind of cool, too. But you can only do it 5 times, though. Max usage count. I wonder what it is. I wonder what the max usage count is. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
I don't have time.
Yeah, I punished myself by playing Kitchen. No, it's a good game. There's no punishment. It is an enjoyable game. Well, not everybody, but if you're like me, Dude or Dad, it's enjoyable, and it is a thing to embrace. Embrace the goblin, man. Embrace your inner piss goblin. Lord knows I have years ago. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this one, like recover all time stop counts, so resets it back to 0. I would take this one, but knowing that is a limited time offer, especially given that I don't know how many more bosses we're gonna be realistically able to fight necessarily. We're still pretty early on in the game. I think I will take that one. I might just take that one too. Oh wow, 10 seconds or 10 times. I mean, it's the same basic idea. Oh yeah, it's every. Oh wait, every 10 seconds. Okay. Huh. You know, I might just take that one. Yeah, I think I will take that one. Any other nuggets? Any other juicy little leveling and experience nuggets I can grab? I think we're all set. Let's continue. Go and pop these real quick. That's all of them. All 5 of them. Yep. There are dozens of us. Dozens! I slammed my penis in the car door. Oh my god. I heard a very funny story about that video when we were in our Chicago trip. So when we went to Chicago this past week to visit with some, to do some touristy stuff with some friends, we traveled with our friends Aaron and Helen, our Japan buddies. Oh, Kara's here. You're gonna hear my penis in the car door story. Do you want to hear my penis in the car door story? Kara said, let's rate Alex. He tells the best stories. He tells the best penicular stories. So went to Chicago with some friends of ours. I live in St. Louis, but Chicago's like a 5-hour road trip. So we went to Chicago with some friends of ours last week. And of the friends that were with us, 2 of them, Helen and Aaron, those are our buddies with whom we traveled to Japan last year. We have a great rapport with them, and it's always fun getting to share stories and talk shop and talk video games. It's always a delight getting to hang out with them. And at one point, one of us made reference to that one video. Actually, here, I'll show it to you. If you don't know the video I'm referring to, I will show you the penis in the car door video. If you didn't want to see it, if you didn't want to learn about penis in the car door, too bad, you're about to. Slammed my penis. There we go. So this video right here. You probably already know. This video's got 17 million views. If you're in the know, you probably already know. But here it is.
I slam my penis in the car door. You slam your penis in the car door.
That's the whole video. That's it. That's the whole video. So we were joking about that video, and Jesus, what the fuck? What is going on with this thumbnail? What's going on with this thumbnail? Stuart Copeland, Metallica, and Freak Bob. What the fuck? Anyway, so we were joking about that video, and my friend Aaron pointed out, well, he has a funny history with that video because he has that saved in his favorites, as we all should. Yeah, it's in my favorites, as we should all have this saved on speed dial. We got to have this video always ready to go at a moment's notice. And he was visiting family, and he wanted to show his family. He has a wide variety of YouTube videos he himself has made over the years and maintains, partly that he's uploaded publicly, and others that are just videos that he's saved as like just privately for like travel videos that he's done, or footage of, you know, I don't know, like a roller coaster he rode on one time, or just a lot of travel stuff that he doesn't share publicly necessarily and just has as privately in his account. So he logs into his YouTube channel, and he's like got the screen share up on the big screen TV with his grandmother and his grandfather, and like the whole family's watching as he's like trying to bring up a travel video, and he's scrolling through the playlists, and the first video that's in his favorites playlist is this video. So he's like scrolling down, and when he realizes like, oh shit, I'm about to scroll through my favorites, let me like quickly go past this one really quickly so no one notices it, because he was worried like like poor grandma was gonna be like, now what was that, Sonny? What was that about slamming something in the car door? Nothing, grandma, nothing. Just trying to frantically scroll past it. So anyway, that's the story he shared with us. The idea of having to frantically avoid an extremely awkward conversation with his very sweet and probably not internet dankery exposed grandparents, because for obvious reasons. Anyway, though, thank you, friends. Thank you, Kara, for that raid. That's super nice of you. Grandma needs to learn. All right, Grandma, get the penis out. Get the car door. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it, man. Thank you, Kara. That's so nice of you. We're playing some Mass Effect. We're playing a weird little roguelike. This is Ascend to Zero. Neat little roguelike. It dropped about a week and a half ago. It's pretty neat so far. It is a roguelike. We play a lot of those here, but it's got a pretty neat little time stop mechanic. And the whole premise of the game is you have 30 seconds to save the world. However, you have time stop and time manipulation abilities, and as you're going around, you're killing bad guys, you're leveling up your person, and you're finding ways to either restore time to the timer, maybe even extend the timer slightly. You'll notice it's now a maximum of 40 seconds instead of 30. So as we're going along, we're doing additional runs, we're running out of time, we're dying inevitably, but we're also leveling our guy up along the way and trying to give ourselves boons, temporary or permanent, that let us hopefully get a little bit further every time and get closer to indeed saving the world. Kara was playing some Mass Effect, and that makes me very happy because that series is good. It's a good series. And as always, Kara, if there's any games or if there's any clips you want to share with us, I am super down. Kara, you're always so freaking nice to us, and that's so generous of you to rate us. If there's anything you want to share with us, you know, I'm always down to clown. So yeah, feel free to post any clips you would like to share in the chat. I'm super down. Always happy to see you. And thank you. It's very nice of you. I know it's getting kind of late, but we'll go for another probably 2 hours. Well, probably hour or two. We'll kind of play it by ear. Tomorrow, I do have work tomorrow, but it's like, but Friday's usually a little bit more chill. I can be a little bit degenerate as a treat. Just a little bit. We did clear this room, and I'm feeling pretty good about... Actually, wait, did I clear this room? I think we did not clear that room, actually. I could skip it, though. You know what? Yeah, let's just skip it and just go for this guy. We're a little bit under-leveled for it, but generally, the game won't let you, or rather, well, it's not that it won't let you, but it will, like, it will strongly discourage you from stretching too thin. It'll strongly discourage you from flying too close to the sun. So yeah, so I will indeed go for this one. Like, this is, I think, a reasonable stretch. Whereas if I were to go right over here, I would probably get bodied pretty quickly. I'd rather not do that. Got a heartwarming one. Well, that makes me happy to hear. A heartwarming clippy. Let's mute this thing and see what Kara's got for us. Thank you again, Kara. A heartwarming clippy.
Next month. But also, I don't know.
Let's hear it.
Thanks for objectifying me, you guys. Like, it really means a lot.
It's so sweet. Why won't anyone objectify me? I just want to be an object.
But like, for real though. It's really nice.
That's the kind of empowerment we love to see today.
Thanks, Squappo.
That's that is funny, and I'm glad it's heartwarming. We get charismatics. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you guys and gals. It's as Kara says, listen, it's how I feel. It's all I've ever wanted. It's all I've ever wanted. Listen, I understand. I understand. Sometimes a little bit of objectification, just a little bit of objectification is all we want in life. Oh, autoclip.
Best deal ever.
Or maybe I clicked something. I don't know. I did something.
For only $9.99.
7 hours ago. I wonder if oh, that might be the full video. I think it might have grabbed like because I think it's a highlight, so it's like grab the whole thing. Kara says only a little, Alex. Come on, you deserve more, Alex. You're worth it, Alex. You're worth more objectification. Well, I don't want to spoil my dinner, you know. Well, not dinner. It's fucking 1 a.m. But it's like I don't want to like spoil myself, right? I don't want to get too used to it. I like to microdose the objectification. If I macrodose on it, then I'll like my resistance will build up, and it'll take a higher dose to chase that same high. I gotta approach it from the scientific method perspective. It's very good though. I love it. Just a little. I'm not asking too much. Kara says, just you wait, Alex. Just you wait. Well, in that case, I'll issue a blanket statement. If anybody feels implored to objectify me, I ain't gonna stop you. Thank you guys. You start hallucinating. Do I get like does it start to like affect my perception of reality? Will it start to have downstream effects? Will it start affecting me in the workplace? Alex, you've not been yourself lately. There's something going on at home. Do we need to have you talk to somebody? Have a good night, Meerkat. Appreciate you popping in. Thank you again, guys and gals, for the raid. That's very nice of you. Appreciate you popping in and chilling with us. Play more of this cool little game and kind of demonstrate what this thing's all about, because it's pretty neat. The time stop mechanic is interesting, and on the one hand, on the surface, it looks like a very actiony kind of roguelike, and it is by some degree, but the time stop mechanic kind of encourages you to be very tactical and very choosy about how you plot your moves. Some action RPGs and roguelikes, it's like a hack and slash, you're just going in, fucking shit up, and just kind of throwing caution to the wind. Here, you're kind of encouraged to plan and be methodical and be a good, smart feller and or Cinderella. So I'm going to unpause the time. It's going to do a quick, like, sword attack. It's going to be sick as hell. And now time is popping. Things are fighting. Like, that's all well and good. We got a little time extension, which was nice. We killed the big bad, and then I get to pause time again. We get some upgrades, and now we can kind of plan our next move, because when you unpause time, that's when you do that, like, really cool unpause attack, which usually does a shit ton of damage. And of course, it's a roguelike, so you can get little temporary bonuses to level your fellow up. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. This one's the better version of the health one, so I might just grab that one. Avatar skill damage. Oh, right, I was going to look at that. Level goes up.
It's too early.
That's all well and good. I mean, that would be nice, but if I play my cards right, we don't need this. I kind of want to just take that one.
Don't see gear like that very often.
So, Yeah, we got something earlier that said gives us the hyper skill. Except it's still grayed out. What the hell? It says it's still grayed out. What in the world? Yeah, I wonder if I can look at that. Was it under inventory? Yeah, I thought we had gotten something that says hyper skills are activated. We have avatar skills, but hyper skills are definitely not activated. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misread the situation. Okay, I was gonna say, wait, I'm allowed to upgrade this during a run if I could afford it. Yes. Okay, so the hyper skills thing are still no bueno, which is fine. Who needs it? I will go around and oh shit! I pressed the wrong button. God damn it! I thought for a brief moment I thought space was the dash, and that is not it. Right click is the dash. So, the good news is I could re-equip things on the fly if need be. So if we found a better sword, so the double-edged sword. I mean, maybe. Nah, not really. 5%, it's common. Yeah, who cares? Budget feller. Yeah, so we know she loves swords specifically. And a shield.
Everyone is waiting for
Those are all shields.
I have to keep going.
That's a shit ton of health. Wow, and defense. So I have experience gain and just more attack. I think I'll stick with those. I need to remember in my brain that yes, right click is the dashy boy. I go fast. Ooh, do I dare? Do this in 400. I think we can handle it. It's 3 boys, 3 fellers. That's not a small number of fellers. I am but one feller myself. Weapon slot module is good. If we can handle it. Think we can handle it? Of course we can.
I'm not scared. Not enough time.
Oop. Oop. Guess that was it. Actually, I paused because I thought I had to use the big fella. I guess it wasn't 3 big guys. It was just 3 just enemies that spawns at all. It's not I was gonna be like a high level fella. So we gotta choose which one gets affected by what. 161, whereas 140. So that's the unique weapon, which has a bleed on it. 6 more enemies at once. Attacking 6 more enemies at once. That's not gonna happen all that often, honestly. Especially against boss battles. I mean, maybe, but not always. So that one's a maybe.
I have to keep going.
When release time stop, summons a bleed circular slash. Pretty good, pretty good. When it attacks normal enemies 15 times. Ah, normal enemies 15 times, man. I don't want normal enemy stuff. I want boss shit, man. I want to be a boss bitch. I don't want to be a common enemy bitch. I don't want to be a normal bitch. I want to be a bad bitch. I want to be a boss bitch. So yeah, so let's do this one. That for sure will affect bad, like standard fellas like this guy and the big scary elite boys.
Why me?
And let's be real, in games like this, the common mobs are one thing, but they're not usually what stops your run dead in their tracks. What usually fucks your runs up is like the big scary boys, the big scary bosses and elite challenges. And you know, mobs can be tricky, of course. Mobs can be a problem, but very rarely are they the problem. We could, I guess, try that room, even though we're quite underleveled for it. We're also underleveled for this room, but we have an easier time with it. So I think I'm going to try it. There we go. Can I pause it? We have a couple more seconds. There we go. So just like that, we're at... I grab these fellers, 2025. So that's pretty good. We're still underleveled for this room, but it's better. We've closed the gap. The game is not suggesting I not try this one. What I would like to do is go right for you. Kind of in like an odd little corner. There we go. And now I can pause it. So like I said, trying to be very strategic with our pauses and when we unleash the that kind of unpause attack. We did kill the elite fight that was there. Ooh, I think this is actually exactly where we died last time. It's weird because the room is like level, I think 3,000 is what it said. But that one there... Yeah, he's got a number. So this is definitely where we died last time.
I have to keep going.
And we got him. All right, never mind. I was all nervous, but before I could even use the big attack, he just fucking died, so... our just general attack battle rhythm was enough to get his ass. Like the auto attacks from our melee weapons. Every 1 second, summon a Bleed Boy. Bleed circular slash that deals pretty decent damage. Not bad. And that's for the pickaxe. The pickaxe, which as you can see under weapon type, the pickaxe, it's a sword, of course. Area-based healing turret. As opposed to an area cringe healing turret. Stores 90% of health.
Everyone is
That's pretty good. If I'm taking a dick ton of damage, and let's be real, I might. That's a good, like, defense kind of deal. Linking Blade Wave Shock. Attacks 3 times. I mean, they're all good. None of them are, like, extra bad. This one's not overly exciting, but it happens every 1 second, which is cool. And I'm guessing it's melee range, obviously, so it sticks close to you, which is kind of neat. When you attack 6 or more enemies at once is the thing.
I'm used to
The fact that it says range gives me pause, but I think that's just to say the turret is a ranged kind of deal, which makes sense. When you attack 6 enemies at once. Whereas this one, when the weapon attacks 3 times, yeah. When that weapon attacks 3 times is the thing. Store stamina. Once at the blade. It's not a ton of damage, this is the thing. Yeah, I think I actually might be more inclined to just go for this one, really. Because that one's happening every second. Yeah. Let's just do that one. I feel like I'm less inclined for the really nice thing that might never happen in this run. Because, like, right now, like, if I were to position myself right here and use my special attack, I would hit 4 guys at once, because I'd be able to reach him, probably. So it's like, what's the likelihood of that really being able to happen? This feels like I'm super underleveled for this one, but the game's not stopping me, so... Let's try it.
I'll cut you
Boop. Got him, and we got him because our DPS is quite good. DPS is quite good. Stance shift. Yeah, it's just the even better version. It's an upgrade. That's why. It's because it's an upgrade. That's why. I wish I knew what our crit chance was. If there was a thing that says, show me the crit chance. I'll just take that one. I'll take that thing. Physical upgrader, but I hardly even know her. We could re-roll this. I was about to say that's a lot of max health, and I see my max health is already 22,000. That's pretty good. Agility. So that means big stamina boost. Really good movement speed boost, too. And attack speed. It's actually not a huge attack speed, but it's still nice. It's still nice. And then... upgrade non-battle?
I don't have time for this.
Non-battle. Luck go up. Crit chance. My crit chance right now is apparently 0. Huh. Non-battle. I'm over here like, what is that? But what does it mean? Non-battle. What does it mean? Agility and luck. So yeah, we know luck is crit chance. I think it means like hopefully it's like, because like why would I care about things like chances of things outside of combat? I'm gonna guess that that's not what this means. It doesn't mean it only applies these bonuses when you're not actively in combat. I'll assume that's what they mean, and I'll take that one. The tech chip. Delicious. Ranged weapon. Oh, we don't have ranged weapons. Movement speed. 15% of your current stuff. I'm tempted to reroll because none of these are great. I will reroll. Yep. Yeah, let's take that one. Because the avatar skill, that is this thing. When the time stop goes.
I can do this.
All right, wait. While time is stopped. I think they mean when time unstops. When you resume time. This is a dead, and of course that's why they have the portal, so we can get back to the previous little area. We're getting a little bit further each time, and of course this is our first time using the melee character, and she's pretty good. I'm digging the melee lady. Pretty neato. Got a couple things from the cracked boxes. I like the animation where, or rather, the lack of an animation where its time is frozen, so they don't break instantly. They begin to fracture. So now, Go one step further beyond. Oh, except I'm still pretty underleveled in the grand scheme of things. Might have to stick around a little bit extra long in one of these areas to just give myself more time to fight the dudes. Is that where the big guy is? 4800 was where the big fellow was going to be. There he is. Isolated. Hashtag isolated Javier. So let's start with this one. And let us begin.
This is the end.
That was cool. We got a special cutscene for it and everything. Oh. And so, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Once again, we might stick around here just a little bit longer to get myself more juice, unless, yeah, the game's not stopping me. All right, game, if you insist. You insist. I think I will start this way.
I'll cut this might be a tough fight.
Oh. Oh, it still took damage. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Can I pause? Yes, thank goodness, because that was a lot of damage. We can definitely kill this first guy. I'm not sure if we're going to get the second dude. Almost. And do we get it? I'm going to grab this real quick. Weapon damage. We have no more rerolls. I'll take that one. Nah, we fuck we ball. Oh, he's dead. Or he's not dead, but time is paused. Which means, yeah, he is. This next shot should do him in. Let's unlock the next fella, and there's some pretty sweet experience along the way. Rescue the fella. All right. And that's an NPC as like a station in our at our base, as opposed to someone we can play as. What's our skill damage? Yeah. Melee damage reduction. I mean, that one's legendary, though. It's so shiny. Yeah, we got fucked up pretty bad by that fight, so I have to play it a little bit safer going forward. I say that. I mean, I might just have to accept that this is about as far as this run's gonna go, most likely. You're getting pretty squishy and pretty low on HP. Unless like these can give me some heals. Sometimes they will. I'll give some experience sometimes too. By the way, there is a map, and the map is pretty nifty when it comes to like telling you when paths fork and where they lead. And this is probably not the final boss, but there is a thing at 20,000, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like how there's one at 666. There's no way we're getting to that one anytime soon, obviously. I really can't even do this one. Ooh, that one's like, it's got like the red aura. There's some spicy boy stuff happening there. Let's just hang on here for a moment.
I'll cut you down.
Oop. Oop. Very good. Can I pause? There we go. Got a bit of experience for getting some kills. And we did get some health back, actually. That's not too bad. Because, yeah, I know that there are bad guys that drop the goods. It's not stopping me. Man, this is a little scary. If we could pull that off, though, that'd be huge. Would be huge. What I'm tempted to do is maybe, like, fight in this room for just a little bit. Because time is kind of on our side. Maybe I should do exactly that. Fight on this side just a little bit more. Get us up to 5,000. Just close the gap a little bit. Because I'm really worried about the lack of health. And the lack of, you know, just the numbers that we have to match theirs.
Fall.
So basically, yeah, get a couple more kills.
I have to hurry.
And then pause. And yeah, now I feel a bit more comfortable jumping forward. We also have a lot more health back, so... It's still spicy, and it cost us like a second, maybe a couple seconds, basically. So I think the cost was more than reasonable. And yeah, once again, time is kind of on our side in ways that are not typically present in a game like this. So let's begin.
I'm not scared.
Oop. I'm trying to also be mindful of that like kind of cooldown, that indication that says
That very often.
the attack is like queuing up and now it goes, because sometimes that indicator on the ground is not so obvious. I'm trying to like watch how it's loading. 50% chance to increase the bleed stack. I mean, I think my crit chance oh no, we did increase our crit chance. That's right. We made it not 0. Yeah, I'll take the fancy one. I'm a fancy boy. That's me. I might still do the same thing though and stick around in this room just a little bit. I think if we play our cards right, we actually might be able to get decently far. I don't know if I suffer any delusions, thinking I'll be able to get to the final boss of this map. Well, final boss of this map. The boss of this map. I know it's not the final boss of the game, obviously. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Yeah, they're not stopping me from going further out here, but once again, it's scary. It's like those numbers are scary.
I'm tired.
Look at those numbers. Ooh, and there's a new friend. There's Mai. Or maybe it's May. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Alright, guess we're fighting in here. An achievement for killing something that was maybe not something I should have been killing. Fighting something I should have been killing, rather. Yeah, that was another instance where I pressed the wrong button. But you know what? It kind of worked out. It kind of worked out because I killed something that was very high level. Relatively high level, at least. But yeah, we're still a ways away from being able to handle the rest of those fellers. So I will position here. And zoop. Pull the shit out of them. Good damage. Yes, sir. Good damage. Great oldies. Another pause. I wonder how many, like, time stops were allowed, because at some point, it's implied that there's a limited number of time stops we can do. And I wonder, like, when we're gonna reach that limit. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if, like, there's any indicator on the UI as far as what's the maximum number of time stops you can use, because I'm utilizing it a bunch. I'm relying upon it a bunch, even. It's every so often. Level, new items. Yeah, I'm just looking on the UI if there's any sort of thing that will tell me. Oh, and look at that. The 10,000 boys are starting to creep in, which is a little bit scary, too. I mean, as long as I'm not bringing in the boss, I think I'm okay with fighting some of the smaller fellers. Boop. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. We can handle it. We can handle it. We can handle anything. Yeah, we're not gaining experience at an amazing rate. I think we are starting to slow down a little bit here. And we're pushing things maybe further than we should. Ooh, there's not any more dudes spawning. We might have to just fight this last guy. Oh, he's a little happy bot fella. We might just have to just kind of throw the caution to the wind and try this dude. Yeah, that might be what we gotta do. I mean, we are doing a lot of damage to things. I'm more worried about our survivability. We have full health right now. Do I dare? I guess I do dare. Here we go. Because we can at least fight the small fellers. Oh! I reach him? Yeah, I think I'm good. Oh! Oh, shit!
We'll do this.
So, good to know, when you do a, what's it called? When you do a, Actually, we almost got him. Oh, no! I died. I don't know what actually got me. I couldn't see him. I was hoping I could just damage him. When you dash through projectiles, you don't necessarily get iframes. I just assumed when you dash, you get iframes. I think we just, like, dashed into a bunch of bullets, basically. So the dash is great for going fast, but not always good for, like, zipping through things. But that was still our best run, and our best run by far. We almost unlocked the second guy. We came pretty close to killing that dude. What I probably should have done is I was standing, like, behind him, because I was like, I'll just attack him from here. There must have been something else, or a projectile, or something that got me while I was standing there. I just couldn't see it, because he was standing in the way. But we did it. We got a lot of cool stuff. Got her chip level, level 2, and 3, and 4. We're gaming. Hell yeah. Yeah, I really like that character. She's really good. But it makes me wonder if she's really good because I leveled her up a whole bunch. The First Lady probably has some great stuff, too. In fact, for one thing, the hyper skills is something we are only just now about to access. I'll take that one. And this one. We get some shiny boys. I just get one? It better be something really good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 31%. That's quite good, actually. Quite good. I was hoping it would give us, like, a bunch of neat things, but that is good. Good module. Just shits us out every time. So we got Javier. And, oh, we did get a new playable character and a gadget. That's exciting. Minor processing room. Golden Gunslinger. That sounds great. She's probably all about guns, if I had to guess. Or he or she.
Let me try that
Our
again.
first gadget. The Sword Lady was cool, though. I really like the Sword Lady. She's really good. Like the spider webs. Literal spider webs. Clean those things out. And store items? That's... Oh, I guess you do have a limited inventory, don't you? So I didn't really notice, but it does make sense. And we'll probably end up, like, selling things or discarding things we have no use for. Item processing. Otacon. It's just like one of my Japanese animes. I changed the past and brought you back. Now that's just like one of my Japanese animes. That line always, that delivery always fucked me up. You don't say animes, bro. Come on. A real otaku would know that. Come the fuck on. Otacon. Freaking poser ass motherfucker. So I think we saw May. Yeah, level 10,000. Yeah, I couldn't quite cut the mustard on that guy. I was trying. And honestly, I probably could have stuck around the other areas a little bit longer. I was worried that they were running out of bad guys for that one room. I was like, well, shit, man. If I run out of stuff, I just have to fight the big guys. So I threw caution to the wind. Process your items through conversion and extraction. Oh, very nice. Can make something, if it's temporary, make it good. Convert. So probably stuff you don't want. That's how you throw them to the wood chipper. These are the things I've got equipped. So convert versus extract. You can extract probably anything if there's anything you just don't want to fuck with. So for instance, if we have any crappy weapons. Yeah, budget saber. Who cares? Budget handgun, 132. I mean, we don't have a ton of those, honestly. I'm looking for things where we just have, like, better versions of them. Skill damage, that's exceptional. Exceptional. 167. Yeah, ooh, that's a fancy-ass sniper rifle. That's sick. Okay, well, turns out there's maybe not as many things I wanna toss to the wood chipper just yet. Defense, yeah. We have a lot of drones. Search radar, that's cool. Oh, added luck. Very nice. We have a lot of drones for sure. And only the one piece of armor. Yeah, we haven't found any more armor, which is wild. Okay, well, I guess I'll just do that one. So extract and get more of these things. Insert all items. No, just that one. Cool. With item processing, an invaluable tip. The genius of the century, he says. Have you seen items during your adventures that looked slightly faded? That's a temporary item. Let me guess, temporary items are not permanent. Nothing in life is permanent. Will vanish without a trace. But my genius can shine, he said. With zero bit of self-awareness. Or humility. What if you don't have any zero cells? Fixes the probability of existence. Okay. That is cool. Sounds like some fucking nerd shit if you ask me. This fucking nerd. Stop yapping before I slam your head into it. If I put your head in a toilet, give you a swirly, you damn nerd. Steal your lunch money. Go take a look at the warehouse. He's a nice fella. I'm just playing. It's kind of hypocritical if I'm talking shit at someone for being a nerd. RX modulator. It's so revolutionary. Is it too difficult, he says, for you? Such a cool discovery, though, bro. Alright. I get it. Keep it in your pants, big boy. Here's this little fella. It's only for display. I might get angry if you touch it. I might get angry, she says. Little rabbit fella. Can zoom in. I forgot you could zoom in. And it's not lost to me we are dressed like an anime schoolgirl with a katana. And let it be known, the katana that we're holding has no bearing on our equipment. If we de-equip everything, we still have a katana that is just for show. So I do like that detail. Lots of insertions. That's right, Grim. Lots of insertions. Infectus. You'll be eating Javi? Short for Javier. We did meet him. He's over there. He's not dead. Oh, fancy armor. It's all glowy and pretty and expensive. But we have a lot of monies. Space-time splitting greatsword. But not space-time slitting greatsword. These are expensive. Look at this fucker. 20 more seconds? Good lord. And then you got like the boring shit. Got a fancy-ass lance. Grenade launcher? Oh, it's a recoilless cannon. Hey, I know about the recoilless rifle from, what's it called? From Helldivers. There you go, man. There you go. Shit's expensive. We'll make some purchases in a moment. Challenge completion. Weapon chest. Boop. Eventually, there will be things that you can, like, juice up multiple times, as opposed to just one-time upgrades. What do you think, Gabriella? The Infectus Swarm, we sure did. Monsters, breaching machines. Cats and dogs living together. Absolute pandemonium. So I can't go for level 2 on that, but experience stat and attack stat. Definitely want the experience stat. In fact, I might just over-juice that one, because we were definitely under-leveled and we were struggling to kind of like reach past that wall that we saw earlier stat-wise. I'll still get that one, but I think I will focus that one. Just kidding, I can't afford Jack Dick. We'll just do the time one then. Now it's maxed out. There we go. Yeah, that's the one I definitely want to focus on when it comes to like our survivability. I think we've demonstrated that we're pretty decent at being time efficient to a point at least, and that has carried us, and we've carried that as far as I can go, like we saw in that previous run. So now there's other things we're trying to focus on. The time efficiency is still a thing to focus on, but it's not the primary directive, not the prime directive anymore. So whomst are you? Golden Gunslinger. Well, I gotta purchase this guy, this gal. So she's all about guns, if I had to guess. Barrage of bullets. Just dodge, maximize attack, and find a gun-slinging playstyle. What about gun singing? You ever think about that? I will confirm. Can I upgrade again? Nope, just level 1. Just level 1. So, let's see. What are her fancy things? Projectile size per equipped gun. Not just pistol, but gunsies. So she loves the gunsies for funsies. I really did enjoy the melee. The melee build was very fun, but I'm down to try out a new person. A new homie. So we'll do exactly that. Still nothing for gadgets and nothing for tech chips. Although I think I saw thing over here. Oh, look. Look how we look. It's so cute. I like the, you see the, like the character models, and they look very detailed, very elegant, very, very properly illustrated. Then you see the in-game version. I'm just like a little Minecraft fella, which is cute. I'm just a little guy. Yeah, there is a thing. This one over here. What's this thing? Recall blade. Pins a sword at the cast location. Well, I'm not a sword lady. I'm a gun lady right now. Melee weapon damage increases. Well, that's the thing though. We're not a melee person. We're a ranged person. So as neat as that sounds, I think I actually might hold off on this one. I mean, we can purchase and have it available for future runs, but that wouldn't help us right now. So I think I'd rather save my stuff. How much does it cost to upgrade the lady again, by the way? X. Costs 9. That is expensive. There's 3 more characters to unlock right now. And the fact that there's more slots available makes me wonder if there's more that the developers might implement. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. By the way, I do see that Grimm's got something for us. Let's see what Grimm's got. Thank you for that. Little sharesies. Sharing is caring. And here we go.
Right in here and ask you about the end times. Jesus' return. Now, Scripture says he'll return through the clouds, under the black sun, with a sword in his hands. We know this. But
and a
what
dildo
role
in the other.
do we have as Christians to make sure that when Jesus does return, he doesn't become addicted to pornography?
It will be our last and greatest test on earth.
Yes.
Things were obviously very different the last time Jesus was on earth. We didn't have the internet or late night cable or neighbors who sometimes forget to close their blinds.
Stepmoms, laundry rooms.
And between fighting the Antichrist and these luring temptations, Jesus will be stressed. And what do most people turn to when they're stressed?
Laundry room kink.
Yeah. Kinks and porn.
Yeah.
God and man are cut from the same cloth. So when Christ returns, why wouldn't he be tempted by places like Pornhub?
Right.
OnlyFans, Chatterbait.
Plus, Pornhub just added a great new user-friendly interface that makes it easier to find your preferred subgenre.
Allegedly. Not that we know this from first-hand experience.
Extremely disciplined, and he will need our help.
But how? I mean, do we even know what subgenre he's into? Goth, sensual,
Never
amateur, strictly coin-based laundry machine smut only?
He loves his laundry stuff.
Most likely. You know, there's a reason they nailed his hands to the cross so far from his genitals. You know? Now we must be...
You know, one of my favorite quotes from Aqua Teen Hunger Force is, idle hands spend time with the genitals, And we all know how much God hates that now, don't we?
Those nails.
We must be Christ's pornography nails.
I didn't even mention what happens when Jesus learns about phones.
Oh, no.
Ooh, dangerous.
Oh, no. I can see it now. Jesus will be like, what's this phone in my hand? And what is this washer and dryer? And why does this naked lady keep getting stuck in it? And why can't I stop watching this video on my phone while I'm on the subway?
Help me,
He'll be
Jesus,
like
I'm
a
stuck.
powder keg ready to explode into the nearest hamper he can find.
It's demonic.
Dr. Thacker, what can we do as Christians to stop God from getting off?
To start, join me on my Stop Porn Before Jesus Returns tour across the United States. We're hitting every city, as many cities as we can, to get the word out that at any moment Jesus could return and be faced with big-titted biddies.
Right.
Bouncing on fully hung men each and every night.
Bouncing on a crazy style.
I, for one, am prepared to do whatever it takes to make sure that that doesn't happen. And if I personally need to watch up all the pornography so that Jesus isn't tempted by it, I'm willing to do it if that's what
quite
it
the
takes.
sacrifice.
Me too. And it wouldn't be a sin.
Right.
Not if it's for Jesus.
No. Porn for Jesus. Get it trending.
I drank this and
Hashtag porn for Jesus. Oh, God. You know, I'm just going to... it's like... because it's going to be like a bullshit thing here. I'm going to... Oh, wait, hold on. Is this a fake ad? Oh, my God, it's a fake ad. Oh, no. I got bamboozled. Oh, no. I was like, oh, God, whatever ad this is going to be, it's going to be garbage. And I was like, wait, no, it's a fake ad.
I felt like I was 15 again.
Wow.
This stuff is different. It kicks in fast. And
They really fucking bamboozled. They really got my ass on that one. I was like, oh, shit, this is a weird ad. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Because, yeah, that's exactly it. If anyone didn't get the joke, The Onion bought InfoWars, so now that InfoWars is like posting like goofy ass shit like this, it's like, all right, no, we're fine. Now, let's back it up because I talked over it.
And I felt like I was 15 again.
Wow.
This stuff is different. It kicks in fast.
And it lasts all day.
And night. I feel more focused, more energized, more aroused.
What's it taste like?
Dude, it is so good.
This stuff is for real.
And it doesn't make me all jittery.
It makes me shake, but not all jittery.
It's like a good shake.
This stuff is for
It's a
real.
good shake.
I feel more focused, more energized, more aroused. It kicks in fast, and it can last all day. It's for real. I feel more focused, more energized, more aroused.
It makes me shake, but in a good way.
All night.
I'm sold.
The good kind of shake.
Should.
It makes me shake, but in a good way, and then Shake the Box raids. The odds. The absolute odds of the good kind of shake, dude. That's incredible. Here, let's run it back. So, some of you might not be aware of this, but The Onion recently bought InfoWars, and they are doing some wild shit. They are doing some wild shit. So, Grim redeemed the video watch, and we're watching the video about what happens when Jesus comes back. When Jesus comes back, will he get addicted to porn? And if he does get addicted to porn, what kind of porn will he begin to?
They're blind.
Stepmoms, laundry rooms.
And between fighting the Antichrist and these luring temptations, Jesus will be stressed. And what do most people turn to when they're stressed?
Laundry room kink.
Yeah. Kinks and porn. God and man are cut from the same cloth, so when Christ returns, why wouldn't he be tempted by places like Pornhub, OnlyFans, Chatterbait?
Plus, Pornhub just added a great new user-friendly interface that makes it easier to find your preferred subgenre.
He will.
So anyway, we also had this fake
like I
ad.
was 15 again.
Wow.
This stuff is different. It kicks in fast.
It's a fake ad. It's not real.
And night. I feel more focused, more energized, more aroused.
What's it taste like?
Dude, it is so good.
This stuff is for real.
And it doesn't make me all jittery.
It makes me shake, but not all jittery.
It's like a
Just
good
like this
shake.
kind of shake.
Stuff is for real.
I feel more focused, more energized, more aroused. It kicks in fast, and it can last all day. It's for real. I feel more focused, more energized, more aroused.
Like how they're just saying the same thing over and over
In a
again.
good way.
all night.
I'm sold.
Everyone should drink this.
If you study the details.
Thank you again, Shake, for that raid. We have, let's see, we began at around the 4 minute. We got like another 2 minutes left. It's a long video. We're not watching the whole thing, but we're watching like the first 5 minutes of it. But Shake, if there's any clips you want to share, as always, you can be my guest, man. You're always appreciated around here, buddy. I appreciate you, buddy.
Details in the
Thank you
Bible
for that raid,
closely,
dude.
and if we apply what we already know as fact, we can say with 99% accuracy, that's what Jesus Christ looked like.
Well,
This
I'm
is
convinced.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting chills. Wow. How did you find this?
It was made for me with AI.
AI?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a demon?
No. No, Jim, AI is perhaps God's most perfect and wondrous creation. Just look.
I'm
convinced.
Like I'm in his presence. I really do. One question I often have while reading the Bible, maybe even IA can shed some light on this. Jesus got pretty famous from dying, right?
He did. He did, yeah. It's one of the major tenets of the Bible.
Kind of his whole personality.
What if Jesus had survived? Let's say he had just got pretty hurt and almost died, but turned out okay. Like maybe the crucifixion missed, or maybe one of the nails got him good, but he stayed strong and he pumped his fist and survived. Would he have been more or less famous today, do you think?
I would say likely less famous.
But still famous?
Possibly.
What does the Bible say happens after you die?
Never mentions it.
All right.
It just kind of this. Yeah, it's just not really. Never really comes up.
Bible, is God real?
Yeah. What everyone wants to know. Let me tell you a little story, Jim. I was hungry. I was poor. I was crying on the side of the road, literally covered in my own urine and vomit and blood and spit and a bunch of other stuff that I don't need to get into right now.
Right. Semen.
I was addicted to pornography. Watching it 3 times a day, acting in it even more than that.
Wow.
I had hit rock bottom. And I didn't know what else to do,
Cock
so
bottom.
I prayed. I prayed to God, and I said, Lord, show me a sign that you're real. And almost 7.5 months later, almost exactly, you called me to be on this show. You think that's a coincidence? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And I'll tell you.
Hold on, one more. It's like, I'm gonna keep watching. This is very funny.
What I tell all the atheists and the freaks and the Jews I meet, I tell them, if there's no God, then explain to me why I think there is and why I talk about him all the time.
There we go. That's a good line to end on. Well, I'm convinced. That's incredible. Thank you, Shake, for that raid. Thank you, Grim, for blessing us all with this fucking tomfoolery. Oh my God. Incredible. Yeah. I've said it once, I'll say it again. If I could go back in time and tell even like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, we'll say 2 years ago, Alex. Hey, 2 years ago, Alex, you are gonna watch InfoWars on YouTube and you're gonna have a real good time. I would say 2 years in the future, Alex, you're full of shit. Fuck you, I hate you. I'll see you, handsome devil. Get that penis over here. I wouldn't exactly say it that way, but I'd be phrased something like that. So the idea of like the InfoWars branded content being something I'm like, you know, enjoying and consciously watching and not, you know, revolting, reviling at every turn. Now, of course, Alex Jones is nowhere to be seen, thank fucking goodness, but it's the Onion of all people, of all like the media companies to take over InfoWars. I'm so glad it's the Onion. It's fun. Shake's doing more Final Fantasy. That's awesome, man. Final Fantasy Tactics specifically, of course. Yeah. Incredible. Incredible, yeah. Now, the downside, I will acknowledge that the downside is, like, you know, how much will this change anybody's minds, right? That's the whole thing. Like, for the InfoWars audience, and I know, it's not comfortable to imagine this, but I know that there were people that honestly loved InfoWars, like as it was, and believed every word that Alex Jones said, and bought his fucking silver supplements and fucking boofed it up their ass and injected it in their urethra, whatever pseudoscience bullshit he would say, and yell about while shirtless. You know, there are people that were into it, and those people may or may not be aware of his financial situations he was having in his lawsuits, and the fact that he was forced to sell off InfoWars to the Onion. So some of those folks are probably seeing this new content, and some of them are probably getting the joke, or at least understanding that it's satire. Others might not be, and they're probably very confused right now. So, like, is it changing anybody's minds, or is it more for those of us whose minds are of a certain persuasion? You know, we're all laughing and we're goofing off on this, but like, you know, does it change anything in the grand scheme of things? And on the one hand, the answer is probably no. But then on the other hand, you know, this is comedy, right? This satire is a form of entertainment, and I don't necessarily put it on entertainment as being their job to change the global discourse, or at least national discourse of politics and pseudoscience and all that thing. It's like, I don't know if it's their job necessarily. I'm enjoying it for what it is at face value, but I know that some folks are kind of disappointed by the Onion's direction they're taking it on, because, you know, it's not necessarily going to change anything, but in the grand scheme of things. But I am enjoying it. I really am. It's very goofy and very silly, and I'm all about it. Anyway, though, friends, thank you again for raiding into a shake. That's super nice, buddy. We're playing Ascend to Zero, neat little roguelike. It's like a roguelike that has time manipulation aspects of it. There is a surprising amount of strategy to it, and that might sound silly because usually roguelikes have some form of strategy. Even the most actiony, quick movement, like movement platformy, like Spelunky as a roguelike has, I think, strategy in it as well. So I think a roguelike with strategy is not a bizarre thing to say, but this one is more strategic than I was expecting it would be. And I'm liking it a lot so far. It's pretty neat. It's quite neat. Can I afford these fellas? Like, I don't know if I can afford all of them. I can barely afford all of them. Well, now I definitely can't afford much in the shop because I am a poor bitch. Which is a shame because there's some pretty nice shiny things here, but we have enough nice shiny things in my inventory anyway. So we know this lady does well when she has more guns specifically. So we're going to kit her out with a gun or 2 or 3. I guess specifically 3. And get her some more devices. For one thing, this one has huge experience gain. This one has relative baby experience gain, but it's still pretty good. And agility, and more experience gain. Wowee! So we're going to get so experienced. Just like Jimi Hendrix. So, more health, more defense. I would say probably the more health one. So that'll round us out pretty well. So attack, experience gain, health is pretty darn good. The defense one's good. That big defense one's really good. I might just, like, wood chipper that one. And it said, I think, that this lady is all about gun and not specifically pistol. Because the other lady we were playing as earlier, we did a melee build, rather, with the previous lady, with the previous character. And it specifically said not just melee weapons, but swords were her specialty. So we were using swords. But here, yeah, I think, actually, oh, it says cannon. Oh, you know what? Cannon versus gun. Okay, so that is a subcategory. So I can't use the recoilless rifle, the recoilless cannon, which is a shame. Shocking, the recoilless cannon is a cannon. Who could have guessed? But the sniper rifle sounds fun. Yeah, unread. Grenade launcher. Yeah, I got a lot of those. This was the rifle we used earlier, and it went pretty well for us. Well, we are going to be using the starting pistol, huh? Guess that's the thing. I guess we haven't found a lot of just straight up gun in a while, have we? And I would offer to buy one because that's a nice way to kind of further kit ourselves out. However, we are a little bit poor, a little bit on the poor side. Now, I could afford just another budget handgun, but yeah, it's probably not going to roll a lot bigger than the thing, or a lot better than the one that we have. In fact, the one we have is pretty all right, so I'll probably stick with that one. Let's hope that just our overall battle rhythm and our overall fundamentals as a roguelike enjoy will be enough to make up for the fact we don't have a crazy good build or a crazy good kit loadout right now, weapon-wise. But we got good devices, and we've leveled up the lady herself a couple times, which is nice. Anything else? We wanted to buy another one, we could. I don't think it really matters, though. I mean, it's going to be a while before we max this out anyway. Yeah, the downside with having a relatively small number of 0 coins going in is that we're not going to be able to afford a ton of crate stuff from the time machine itself. But it's better than nothing. So, attack, experience. Oh, I was wrong. It looks like... Oh, maybe I was not wrong. Okay, I was going to say, is this a permanent upgrade? No, this is not. This is not a permanent upgrade. So it's going to cost 10,000 each time based on how this looks right now. So 30% of the experience. The coin game, I actually think well, that's the thing though. The experience is just for the current one. Coin is on like the meta scale more what we care about. Well, actually, I shouldn't say more what we care about, but we definitely want more coin gain for sure. But I can't max it out beyond level 2. Because, yeah, coin gain is the meta progression. And meta progression is something I really care about for obvious reasons. I'm tempted to still stick with the limited time thing. I don't care as much about the starting level. The attack one is tempting too, actually. 15%. Oh, it only allows 15. I think that's probably good. 50% attack, 50% experience. The one I may be willing to not roll with is the limited time one, just because we didn't really get close to running out. So that's been pretty good for us. You know what? I'll fucking do it. So standard starting time and a 30% attack boost, or percent boost rather. Because I cannot boost attack more. I think that's good. Yeah, you know what? The fact that it says stage 1 up to level 20,000, that tells me there's going to be multiple stages. So when we get to the boss of the stage, there's plenty of game after that. That does not surprise me. Let's jump in. Ooh, we have temporary items though. You know what? Before I do that, let's see what temporary items we have, because I probably didn't consider that. The warehouse, convenient. It's pretty cool. And use 0 coins to expand it, right? Make good use of the warehouse, right? So that's a temporary item, right? Straight upon re-entry, right? So if it's something I really want, we could try to convert it. Not a great success chance, though. That's a good weapon. That's a very good weapon. It says re-entry. I think that might even mean... Oh, shit, yeah. I think re-entry... I thought at first re-entry meant, like, when you... Can I use the juice? To increase the success chance. Oh, I don't have any of the time fragments. Oh, okay. Yes, there's no guarantee. Yeah, I thought re-entry means like when you come back from a run. No, it's when you begin a run. That's a genuine concern. What if I do multiple? Does that help? No, it does not. It just makes it more expensive. Oh, we can only do one at a time. Never mind. All right, I'll try it. Did it work? It worked. I'll be damned. So we lucked out big time on that one. That's the only one I really care about, because we have a plethora of melee weapons. And we have a plethora of, like, these kind of fellers. The nice thing is these are pretty cheap. I'll try to keep this one. It's a coin flip. Failed on that one. That's fine. In that case, I'll try to convert this one instead. We wouldn't fail the coin flip 2 times in a row, would we? We would. We would fail the coin flip 2 times in a row, you fool. Alex. You doofus. You absolute buffoon. I will try one more attempt. It's a fancy schmancy spear. We don't have any spear friends. Yeah, we also don't have any drone friends either. That one's exceptional. Got experience gain. I'll try that one. 46%. Getting kind of expensive. Failed, but we got something out of it at least. Kind of neat. Okay. Not that it's a huge issue. We'll have more items and ranged weapons and melee weapons to replace those things, obviously. I'm just very grateful we're able to start this run with a full kit of guns, because if I were to fail that conversion, we wouldn't be able to afford, or wouldn't have been able to afford a very good weapon to replace it. We would have had to have just settled for either just 2 out of 3 weapons used, or get a starting boring-ass pistol just to be enough to have us limp along, I suppose. But anyway. Oh, right, that's right. For the other temporary items, though, I'm just going to extract them. So, yeah, for that one... It's a shame, because some of these are really good weapons. But if they're heading out anyway, straight up on re-entry, they're on the way out anyway, I might as well get something for the goods. Something for them versus having them just pop out on their own. Alright, so same thing as earlier. We'll say attack and experience, and not that, and double experience. There we go. So I think the starting time is probably sufficient. Oh, time cube, yes. Which means even more attack. Very nice. Very nice. So we have a nice experience boost, nice attack boost. No starting time boost, but we can find other ways to extend the timer, which is nice. Let's jump in. 10,000 is how much it costs. I think it's worth it. I think it is worth it. It's the first time as Gun Lady, which is exciting. This might be my last run of the night just because it is getting pretty late. 1:50 a.m. So yeah, this will probably be the last one. Try to get nice and weird with it as a final one for the evening. So what do we have? Extra limited time, a range of 0 cells, or free HP to 1. Well, oh no, I'm sorry, fixed HP to 1 for 26 seconds after starting. And if you survive, you get 2 random tech chips. I don't know if that means like it increases the maximum, like permanently. I'm gonna guess that's what that means, as opposed to like it being a one-time deal. That being said, this is meta progression. I think I'll take that one. We got a lot. I saw it said 1,900. So we got a pretty good roll on that one. If you're not hit for 5 seconds, grants a buff that allows you to dodge once. Huh. I guess dodge means like an automatic guaranteed miss of an attack from the bad guy when the buff is active. That's pretty cool. So just don't be hit for 5 seconds at a time. It's pretty good. I don't know how much I can rely on it, but it sounds nice. Pierce count increases by 4 each time it pierces. That's pretty good too. When a projectile ends, it explodes. Ooh, I love that. That's sick. I love that. Let's do that one because we're going to be all about projectiles with this lady. Very good. Otherwise, I think we are Gucci and the Coochie. Let's fucking do this thing, baby. Can we do it?
There's still time.
So once again, I will try to skip this level, this first room if I can help it. Hey, Lecking, thank you for that raid, buddy. Lecking, you were playing the same game, right? You were playing this exact same game. I know you were listening in earlier. And there they are. They're playing the same thing. Well, you have fine taste in video games, my friend. You chose well. Not that I'm biased, but I think you chose well. We unlocked the gunslinger for the first time, which is exciting. We're getting to sling some guns like a bouse. Now, what's her active thingy? Fires 16 bullets in all directions. So in that case, instead of trying to like face one dude or aim towards one dude, just snuggle in close, unpause, and then there we go. It's that simple. And now we're in like pretty good shape here. I'll go ahead and pause so I can kind of arrange myself similarly here. Yeah, give us a nice and juicy experience gain, which is nice. Nice number of levels. I'm actually going to turn the sound effects down a little bit because I saw it was a little bit on the loud side. There we go. Take a walk on the loud side. 3 more characters. Very nice. I think I think this is the 3rd character. We have the default lady, the sword lady, and the gun lady. But I know there's more where that came from. So this is only this is my first time streaming it, first time playing the game, but this is my 3rd run so far. Unpause. Fucked him up real good. We just got a new rifle, by the way, which is exciting. I'll take that one, obviously. And in fact, we can switch out on the fly. Oh, it's a recoilless cannon. And a grenade launcher. Damn, I keep finding like all these cool cannons. Like, look at all the cannons I have, but not much for rifles. As if I could find a better rifle to replace the pistol, I would gladly snag one. Keep our eyes peeled. We're now very much under, like, fighting these guys gets us very little benefit, so I should focus my efforts over here.
I have to keep going.
So Gunslinger's good, but not a big fan of the Bombard Lady. I'm liking everyone we've tried so far. I've only, of course, tried the Default Lady and the Sword Lady. The Sword Lady I really liked. But yeah, I'm liking Gunslinger Lady so far. Unpause. Very nice. Nice and pretty traditional start. Still at max time right now. Big experience gain. That's actually huge, even though it's only a common choice. Item drop rate go up is good. Armor recovery amount is also good. These are all pretty solid, honestly. These are all pretty solid. I'm kind of feeling the item drop rate. Go for that one. Let's go for that one. That's a solid one. But they're all solid. Really, I'm liking all the stuff we're seeing. Yeah, good amount of variety, more so than I was expecting. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. Yeah, I'm really liking the game so far. I think it's one of those where maybe it's probably not for everybody. I think certain roguelike enjoyers might not necessarily vibe with this one because it is quite different than a lot of other roguelikes, but I'm vibing with it a whole bunch myself. We're able to skip pretty far ahead I mean, we could skip even further ahead, but I think 333 is a reasonable amount of jumping ahead.
I'm not scared.
Oop. And jump. Can I pause? We did kill him. So I want to pause again. There we go. Yeah, we killed everybody. And that's the thing too. I was noticing this earlier when we were fighting the basically the end of the previous run, where after a certain point more bad guys stopped spawning in, and I realized like, oh shit, we're like running out of dudes to kill to level ourselves up, so we had to like go further into the scary area sooner than I wanted to, because there was just not enough things to kill to increase our experience, increase our level enough to kind of close that gap. So this confirms my fear that if you just stay in one zone, they won't just keep respawning bad guys forever. There's a finite number, so you can't just grind away with time taken away, with no care in the world. After a certain point, there's no more bad guys to fight, and you have to move on somewhere, even if you're underleveled for doing so. So I can appreciate that that's kind of how that works. I think I take the agility. Attack speed doesn't go up by much. But I think that's all worthwhile. Whereas that's like a hard number by 500, so it's technically more. Yeah. No, maybe I will take that one actually. Because I was wondering if that one like would grow with us. Because if the agility is going up through other means, that could ultimately get better for us. Reload speed increases. Yeah. Yeah, that one's better right now, but I wonder if this will be better for us as time goes on, as time goes forward. Aim for bosses? Yes, I've been thinking the exact same thing. I pretty much only focus on bosses. Unless the boss is dead and we just have other experience to gain. Only gun if you need to, exactly. Only gun if you need to, and only... Yeah, I'm trying to maximize our time efficiency for sure. Trying to really maximize time efficiency for sure. I'll take this one with the expectation that this will grow with us. Reason being that it's down here. It's not like a one-time application then it goes away. I think it does stick. So if we can find other ways to increase our agility, I think that could like kind of grow with us and ultimately get very good. So let's go back because, you know, I could stick around some of these lesser leveled areas and get a little bit of extra experience, but I feel like it's probably more worth my while. Just jump right ahead. In fact, I'm pretty sure we should be able to handle this guy. 700 versus, or I guess 760 versus 623. We can handle it. We can handle anything. A lot of fellas there. Can I pause it? There we go. We got it. Now I will pause. Let's get this guy. Max usage, max time increases by 5. Oh no, increased by 5 seconds, recovers 15. It's not bad. Recovers all time stop counts. I think I'll just go for this one. We're still pretty early on in the grand scheme of things. It'd be one thing if we were pretty far along, but we are not very far along. Well, like the third room, basically. Well, third combat, basically. This is also kind of underleveled. Actually, it's very underleveled. So on the one hand, I do want to stick around and fight that guy, because he will get you some time back. I guess I could do the thing where it's like I kill him real quick and then I just go boop, 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 and just like fly over this way. So I guess I could do that. Or I could, you know what, let's do that. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's unpause here. Use the unpause ability here to like blast this fucker. Zip real quick back to the other room to kill the dude. Because when I see like the gold, like the yellow indicator, I think that means that he could drop some pretty good stuff. Let's go for it.
I'll show you.
So kill the shit out of him. Whoop. And then zip over. Kill him as well. He's done. And now pause. I'll grab this too, I suppose. Grants a shield. Each projectile pierces. I like that. Final damage. Ooh, well. But this one's uncommon. That's only final damage. Right. I think I will take that one. Time is paused. Good. We did... I unfortunately did the same blunder I did earlier, where I tried to dodge through an attack. And in this game, when you do the dodge, when you do the dash, you don't get iframes necessarily. Maybe some characters do, but this one does not. So when I tried to dodge through an attack, I just like slammed myself into it. I need to drill that into my brain. There is no iframes on dash, Alex. Remember it. Remember that. No iframes on dash. Remember that. Loses 50% of current health. Well, I don't have a lot of health. Oh, gosh. Every 8 seconds. Yeah. Ooh. No. I don't want that one. That one sounds scary. That one scares the shit out of me.
Early to give up.
I'll take this one. All the goods over here. And yeah, now we're way over leveled for this. And I will not stick around for this area, but I will break all the boxes. Break them all down. They don't usually have a whole lot, but you can see we're getting some extra little bonus experience for funsies. For funsies. A little bonus challenge. I'll take it.
I will.
And he is not dead. Oh, shit. I thought for sure he was going to die. He's like 1 HP left. I'm a little bit worried that if I use this, I'm going to take the damage. So I'm going to use this over here.
I'll show you.
Should still get him. Yeah, he's dead. Cool. I'll still pause it. Yeah, man, that was a lot of damage. That was scary. I was like so confident. I was like, oh, he's on the way out. And then he was not on the way out. We get a new gun. Or no, we get to upgrade gun. 64% range damage. Pierce count go up. And projectile size go up. Ricochet. I just love damage. I just love the dammy dams. What can I say? I'm predictable in that sense. So I got fucked up pretty bad there, but we did. Now I wonder if like that little like you almost died panic button thing only happens once per run, or if that can come back, because I think we basically got like a almost like, oh god, you're almost dead, try again thing. Also, we only have 3 seconds left. Ooh, that's scary. This might be a pretty quick run, because we have not been gaining time back as much as I was expecting.
I'll show you. This might be a tough fight.
Yeah, I feel like our overall DPS, oh god, run button, is not the bestliest, because yeah, the run just ended. Yeah, I feel like our overall DPS was not as good as I was expecting. I think because I was getting really spoiled with the time unpause ability. Hers is still good, but I feel like I was not using it correctly, perhaps. Because, yeah, time ticked down way quicker than I thought it would. Got some stuff for her. It's like a failsafe thing. Yeah, I figure you probably don't get it every time. You probably get, like, probably 1 per round, basically. Currency used for, sure. Take that. Experience cube is tempting. Let's still do the random draw. Another health core. Cool. Good chunk. Oops, this out once again. We probably really don't have much of anything. I guess we can still talk to Gabriella. She might have something for us.
Why I failed.
Done well so far, but that round sucked, is what she was probably thinking. Take more risks. Right. Drop amazing items, yes. Gotta dodge their attacks. Give it a go. Can't afford Jack Dick because I hardly got anything from that run, obviously. Don't have a whole lot of money for the for like overall upgrades either. Don't suppose I can upgrade her. We're getting close, but yeah, still a ways away from being able to afford any major upgrades there. No gadgets available either. I mean, there's a gadget, but it would not affect her because she's all about melee weapons. Did I get any cool ranged weapons at least? Got a perfect budget handgun, so that's a little bit better than this one. Now, of course, it is a temporary fella. Whether we can actually take it with us, we'll see. Yeah, it is. It's better. Not a whole lot better, but it's a little bit better. We keep getting all these great weapons that we are that we're not really encouraged to use, that are not as good of a fit for her. Yeah. I will try to, hold on, what's this guy? It's in a sensitive state, he says. That's a sensitive robot. Just don't fuck with him, he says. Alright, so can we keep this guy with us? 54% chance, or 52% chance. A slight statistical advantage, not much of one. I don't know if I care quite enough to spend the shiny Triforce fella. If it goes away, it goes away. Yeah, it's not the end of the world because it's such a minimal difference maker. So I will indeed just use the same pistol. We'll just try one more run as her. Yeah, it's a shame that I died so quickly. Or that we ran out of time so quickly. It's weird because I feel like sometimes when you kill the bad guys, the bosses in particular, they drop a time replenisher. But it was either a matter of me not noticing the time was unpaused. Like maybe I was just kind of fucking around and I wasn't noticing that the timer was running at one point. That's entirely possible. Or we were just unlucky with fewer time replenishers. Also, I wonder, is there a thing that will tell me, like, maybe her time just ticks down faster because time degradation rate is a stat as well. So yeah, does she have like a quicker time degradation rate or something? And I don't see anything on here, so I think the answer is probably no. So I think we were just unlucky. Let's try again. Sounds good, Lucky. Appreciate you popping in, but thank you for that raid. Oh, like when maybe you're right. Maybe when I lost all my health in that second to last boss battle, maybe that ticked a bunch of time down. Oh, good catch, Grim. I didn't even think about that. You know what? It's entirely possible they mentioned that in the tutorial, and my dumbass brain just didn't even notice. It is extremely possible. So yeah, maybe that's where like it just ate a big chunk. Because I didn't notice until it was like, oh god, I just looked up. I was like, we have 3 seconds left. What the hell? So you might be exactly right, Graham. That might be precisely what it was. Well, all the more reason to dive right back in and get back on that horse, get back on that bicycle, and see what awaits. Unless was there anything that I wanted to purchase? There's things we can afford now. But that's the thing, though. Once I attempt to afford it, I wouldn't be able to juice ourselves up nice and good here. So I think I'll just stick with this one. Oh, I still have temporary stuff, though. So yes, what is temporary? Other than existence and pain and suffering. Yeah, that one. It's a shame because it is good, but we don't really have any drone fellers, so it's probably not worth it. Just extract it so we're not leaving empty-handed. Alright, and enter.
Change the future.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, Grin. That was probably it. A rare moment of me missing something from the tutorial. I know, I'm usually so observant. Every once in a while, something slips past old Super Hobbit. Tech chips or extra time? I'll take the extra time this time. I think I got literally 1 second of extra time. Hey man, every second counts. Every inch counts, every second counts. Calm flow status if you avoid taking damage for 3 seconds instead of 5 seconds. I love the explosion one. Yeah, I love the explosion one. That sounds, or at least I love how it sounds. Maybe it sucks, but it's probably pretty good. Boink. Boink. Can I skip past those guys? Nah, we gotta start with these boys. I'll just snuggle right up inside of them and fuck them up. And they're all dead.
I'm not scared.
There we go. Once again, really leaning very heavily on the pause mechanic. We don't... I was gonna say, I could probably just skip past him. I think I'll do the same thing I did earlier. I'll fuck him up, maybe zoom back to get him real quick. There we go. Projectile size. And is that for a particular weapon? I think it's for all weapons. Giant bullet. Now, that being said, I do like item drop rate go up. Oh, but speed decreases. I mean, that's not necessarily bad. It doesn't mean attack speed. It's bullet traversal? I don't know. And it doesn't mean damage either, just the likelihood of hitting when it's a large, thick bullet. I think actually we'll take that one then.
Let's give it a try.
You know, I'm thinking this is probably not worth it, because now, with the time pause being basically for free there... I like how that stray bullet did kill a couple more dudes. I think sticking in a fight, that guy's not worth it, because he might drop something, maybe even some things, plural, but now we're like pretty well off level-wise and experience-wise, so I should be clicking along for sure.
I'm tired.
I'm tired, huh? Right, we're almost to the point where you can just skip through that one. So yeah, I think we'll skip that one for now. It was a little wrong skipping these elites, but it's pretty reasonable, honestly, all things considered. Actually, there are no elites here. I don't know, man. It's like, I think what I might do is I think I actually will do the quick kill on him and then just zoom up and not even stop here, just like zoom through them. How did that miss all those guys? You kidding me? Oh god.
I have to hurry.
He's dead. And then just skip past those guys and on to you. I got the kill on that guy. I think I was just unlucky because it was like I fired all around him and they just all missed. Armor piercing rounds. Pretty sick. Gradually faster. Oh god. That's scary. I'll do that one. So yeah, so now we got a full time. Very nice. And we have a full health bar too. I was gonna say there was probably some like little nuggets that I did not pick up because yeah, just the stray bullets do continue. That's one nice thing about range versus melee is that of course range shot continues after you fire it, so you might get lucky in a stray shot that goes from one hallway to the next, might kill a stray bad guy that you would not become aware of. So, 482, we can probably skip this room. There's no elites here, no bosses. I see no reason to stick around. This one's got an elite at least. Some extra little 0 cell coins. Why the hell not? In fact, same kind of thing. We can probably skip through that. Let's go right for this guy. Not recommended to skip to that one though, so I will like get inside of his ass. Oh god. Yeah, we're not as like stamina full as the melee lady is. I'm noticing we run out of stamina a lot quicker. Might just go for this one. Max limited time is nice, but I think that one's probably a bit more bountiful. Same kind of situation. Do I want to backtrack at all to scoop up an easy? You know what? I think it's so low level. It's probably not worth it. We're like advancing to the point where we're skipping past things is becoming a more worthwhile choice. Like we're standing head and shoulders above.
Don't see gear like that very often.
A bunch of the just kind of traditional dudes, even like the elite dudes. Probably worth considering. Did I get a cool item by the way? I got a sword. Max health. Good. Oh, I like the max luck one. Because I failed at converting both of the luck ones we saw earlier.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. More luck is good. The thing is, it's only a 200 benefit, which is not a huge difference maker. And that's on the range of 1,000. That's a little bit nicer. I think I'll stick with what we got. Still keeping my eyes out for better guns. Not cannons, but guns. That would be ideal. We could skip this one maybe, but I think it's worth going for these guys.
This might be a tough fight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the unpause thing here. Just get his ass killed really quick. That is Mandragora. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, I took a lot of damage, by the way. I don't like that. Okay, now he's dead. Nice.
I'm not scared.
Oh god, we're not done. Give me the pause. Oh! The pause. Give me the pause. Please. There we go. We did click through a lot of time just now, but we got some time options now. That one's pretty cool. The continuous rewinding is kind of nice. Ooh, when you defeat a boss. That's kind of cool too, actually. Problem with that one is we wouldn't get the full benefit because we're only 13 behind. It's a minimal, you know, it's not a huge issue, honestly. Not exactly a deal breaker. They're all pretty good. When you defeat a boss, the maximum goes up. I think I'll take that one. That's actually pretty good. Of course, we got that immediately after defeating a boss. That's if we could have gotten that sooner. Hyper skills available. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. I selected that previously, and the hyper skills did not become available. Now, the avatar skill attack going up, that is good. I think I'll take that for the avatar skill going up, and the avatar skill is when you unpause, I think. Yeah. So that is good. I do like that a lot. The hyper skills remain unavailable. I don't know why it says that hyper skills available. It's like it's not available. I have to unlock it by unlocking by leveling up the character enough to be able to utilize them. I could juice them up further, I want even more of that. I could also double up on that. I have to. It's basically, which one do I double up on? I think I will choose to double up.
Early to give up.
We did run out of time last time, so I'm trying to be mindful of that. I think we're more mindful. I'm hoping the mindfulness will kind of help us click along here, and I'm also hoping that just having us do more damage with the time stop ability, especially, will prove to be a worthwhile investment. We have no problem with this room. There is a very small mini boss, or I can skip it. Skipping it would be not recommended by the game, so I will do one of these. Boop, 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 boop. He's dead. Boop. I'm noticing that there's definitely a cooldown differential. Like I can dash around when it's paused all I want, but the dash cooldown when you're in combat is way different and not nearly as generous. And I think I'm realizing now just how much I was like leaning on that, especially with the melee lady. I think the melee character, I leaned on the dash in combat a whole bunch. Not nearly enough damage there.
I can still do this.
Ooh, yeah, still running out of time. Yeah, I think I'm not having as many issues, but I'm still having issues with killing things quick enough. I think so much of this is because the equipment I have is pretty underleveled, and the equipment I had with the melee character was incredible. So I don't think it's that this character is worse necessarily, but I think I'm seeing the limitations of my kit right now. Give you the shield. Yeah, we need more damage is what we need. Need more damage for sure. It's pretty good. Random location. Ooh, I don't know. I don't think I like that one. No, I don't like that. Let's stick that one. Got lots of experience, which is good. That's the thing too, is that, you know, we are skipping some encounters, so we're getting fewer opportunities. Let's see if there's any experience I missed. Yeah, we're skipping some opportunities of getting extra equipment and extra power-ups. Having said, I'm still looking for more guns. We're getting drones and melee weapons and cannons, but no guns per se. So we don't need this area. There's no elites, no bosses. We can skip it. I can't skip to here necessarily, or at least it's perhaps not in my best interest to skip into there. Skip to my loo, my darling. Probably not skip into here. Yeah. I'll start this guy. Stop me up. He dead. Oop. Alright, so that only cost us a couple seconds. We got a decent bit of experience. I think that should be enough to jump us in the next level, or the next room. Now, will we be able to power through the next room? The answer is probably. But there's no big guy to focus on. Just kind of park myself in the middle of these guys and hope for the best. Really good number of them. A lot of range fellas. Still do this. That's right. I believe that too. I believe. You gotta believe. Hoop. Pause. There we go. So 5.5 seconds. Probably should have moved into here a little bit sooner. Can I kill this guy in 5 seconds? Let's try it. Kill the other guy. Hoop. Oh shit. So yeah, it's exactly like Grim said. When you got like that, they do give you a try one more time with a full slate of health. But I did see right there, it was like a big damage to our time bar. Not our health bar, but our time bar. Time is not on our side. In fact, I would say we're pretty much guaranteed to lose this. Unless I get really lucky and like very critty with my next unpause utilization. So I'll still try it, obviously, but yeah, I think it's exactly like I was saying. I think our damage output is just not good enough right now. Or spoken in a more anime fashion, I need to be stronger. Sorry, I had to channel my inner anime protagonist, but that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, what I would do if I was to keep playing this for another hour or two is I would just switch to a different character, a different class that has a more appropriate build. Or I could just give her a cannon. I could give her a melee weapon. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But I'm trying to play to her strengths. Trying to play it to the character's strengths. Makes the most sense. Still got some, and we at least made it farther than we did last time. Yeah, probably the rare currency. Ooh, excuse me. I'm gonna laugh if they give us a gun now. I mean, a spear is kind of like a gun. If you just squint really hard and don't think too much about it. Or rather, a gun is kind of like a spear, or rather, it's a spear launcher. Basic science, honestly. Touch, but don't steal. I'm not joking. I wasn't planning on it, lady. Thank you. Robot. It's so sensitive. I guess they always say something about their chosen little fella. Whatever it is. What are you doing with my wallet? I know I'm just looking at... Oh, maybe that's her safe. Maybe that's what that is. Well, this game, I'm very much enjoying this. I think my overall sentiment remains the same. I love this. I think this game is really neat, and I'm really impressed by its just straight up uniqueness. It's very unique. The closest roguelike I can compare this to would be Hell Clock, which takes that kind of time loop, time limit mechanic and makes it not as like, how do I say it? Like, it's the scale of that game is different and the pacing of that game is different. The time limit in this one is in some ways a lot more overbearing, but there's no pause mechanic, or there's not as many pause mechanics in Hell Clock. The only time that time stops in Hell Clock during a run is during the wave defense levels. Whereas in this game, you know, the time is in a pretty decent way under your control. Like the time manipulation mechanic is something that you get a lot of freedom with, and you're encouraged to lean pretty heavily into it and spec your build around. And I think it's really incredible and also quite novel. So yeah, I think this is great. I think this is a very cool game. I could see the pacing being not to everyone's liking. I think the pacing and like battle rhythm of Hell Clock was why some folks didn't vibe with it, and I like it a lot. But I could see where that could be, again, kind of a deal breaker for some. And to a similar extent, the kind of unusual aspect of, yeah, the time manipulation stuff could be, yeah, like maybe just a bit too far out for some, or maybe not even just far out. Not to say that people can't figure it out, but like it's a little bit constricting, and your first couple runs will be literally seconds long for that same reason. So I can see that being frustrating, but you know, like we had said earlier, this is why Steam, of course, offers you the 2-hour refund window. If you buy a game and you're just trying it out, and you're like, you know, this isn't quite what I expected. Maybe I'll punt on it and play something else. Especially given that when you check the trailer of the game, we watched it earlier. The trailer, or at least parts of it, the trailer is very actiony. The trailer shows the time manipulation aspect. The trailer shows there is some strategery, as all roguelikes inevitably have strategery in some way. There's always going to be some tactics, some strategy, some planning. If you're just flying by the seat of your pants and not considering the stuff you equip and the stuff you level into, you're not going to get very far in pretty much any roguelike. So the strategy aspect makes sense. But what I think the trailer doesn't really focus on nearly as much, and I understand why, because it doesn't look as sexy, is they have to be very methodical about how and when you use the time pause and unpause mechanics, and how you position yourself in combat, and how you use your limited resources, and how you juggle all the resources you have. I understand that from a trailer perspective, you want to focus on the stuff that's shiny and glossy and attractive and eye-catching. Like, I understand why the trailer focuses on the quick aspect. But yeah, once you start playing it, you're like, oh, this is actually, I don't want to say slow, because that sounds like it's a bad thing, but this is a more methodical and tactically minded game than I think a lot of us would maybe think. And when you watch the trailer, you think quick movement, quick action. This might be disappointing to some people when they start getting into it. Now, granted, that might be a preference. That might be a preferential thing, because when I play it, that's like how I felt guided by the developers. Like, as I'm playing the game and as I'm unlocking and understanding the mechanics and seeing how it plays, in my mind, it's like, yeah, I should maximize my time pretty much at all, not at all costs, but at many costs. Like, maximize time efficiency for sure, and be very deliberate with how I use the time pause and unpause ability, because that's such a huge damage dealer, especially if you spec into it correctly. But you know, there's perhaps an argument to be said that is, or an argument that could say that's not always the end all be all. There might be other, you know, other rhythms, other pacings to the game beyond how I was doing it. But again, that was just my interpretation was, this is kind of what the game more or less is expecting of me. And it worked pretty well. It didn't work as well for the gunslinger. The gunslinger, I was definitely struggling. But again, I think that's less of a function of how that character plays and more of a function of just my damage wasn't good enough because the kit I had, the equipment I had, just wasn't very good. We had great stuff with the sword lady, and we were slicing and dicing like a boss. But with the gun lady, yeah, I think we needed better equipment for her. So I think I think more or less that pattern of how you attack each combat situation, I think seems to work pretty well. Yeah, Hellclock's a more traditional one, yes, and this one is very non-traditional. Hellclock is the game that my brain jumps to when I think of like if I was to give a 30-second or even a 10-second elevator speech about this game to somebody, what's the game I would start with? And I would probably say Hellclock, but time manipulation and shorter timer and more anime. No, not Brazilian, so more anime. More sci-fi, and I would say less reliance on like linear progression of your meta progression, because with your equipment in Hellclock, it's a fairly linear progression when you go level 1 gun, level 2 gun, level 3 gun. Of course, the abilities you equip are the end-all be-all, and switching those out in between runs is a very interesting and satisfying system to like kind of chew on. There's a lot of meaty, a lot of like very number crunchy. I shouldn't say number crunchy, but there's a lot of opportunity on how to do your builds in that game. Whereas in this game, instead of like more or less, I guess there is still the linear progression because you are unlocking you're upgrading the avatars, but it's a little bit more equipment based, I guess, in that sense. There's more focus on the equipment that you're finding during the run. Whereas there wasn't as much emphasis on equipment in Hellclock. The main equipment was the talismans. The talismans that you found, those kind of made or break your run in Hellclock for sure, at least to some degree. So anyway, yeah, both very good games, and I like them both, but I think they're also both not to everyone's liking. I also know that there's a certain kind of gamer that kind of recoils a little bit at the idea of a looming time limit. And I used to be that gamer. I was that way. It took me like a couple years after Majora's Mask came out to play it for the first time. Played the shit out of Ocarina of Time and loved it, but I was kind of dubious about Majora's Mask because I was like, man, the time limit thing sounds kind of awful. And then I played it and I was like, okay, now I get it. Like I get it, but it took me a while to kind of see the light. So yeah, this is great. This is really cool though. This one reminds you a little bit of Rift. I hadn't even thought about a Rift Wizard comparison, Grim, but that's a smart observation. Yeah, I could kind of see that. I loved it though. This was great. This was really cool. Grateful to Lurkit who supplied us with the review key. This was really fun. I had a feeling I was gonna like it based on what I saw, and it actually was quite different from what I saw. Still really wound up liking it. Still really wound up enjoying it. Thank you for popping in, guys. Thank you for watching. And of course, we had so many raids tonight. I feel like every stream tonight, this week, so far at least, has had like a bajillion raids. We had like 5 raids last night and 5 raids 2 nights ago. Pretty much every stream this week has had a pretty good amount of viewership, and so much that has come from very generous raids. And it's not lost to me that some of those raids have been repeat raids, such as Shake raiding us, I think, all 3 of those nights. And I want to say Mallory raided us twice in fairly like a fairly short time frame as well. So thank you guys. Really, I appreciate you guys. Of course, we had Kara raid us earlier, and there was one. That's right. There we had King Papa in as well. So thank you guys. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for watching, and we'll play more games for sure. Probably tomorrow, honestly. Probably tomorrow. I imagine I'll be able to stream tomorrow, barring any major surprises. I will be busy for a good chunk of the day on Saturday. But I would say, barring any surprises, I should still be able to stream tomorrow and Saturday, and probably Sunday. For one thing, Sunday, I think Crash should be getting back. If he's not already back in town, he should be getting back from his trip, which means we should be able to resume our full 4-player Fearless Foursome experience, where we do our little co-op shenanigans. That's, of course, those have been a lot of fun. Of course, the Elden Ring co-op has been fun. We also did a little bit of Barotrauma. We might do more. Excuse me, I keep hiccuping. We might do more Barotrauma. Perhaps on Sunday as well, because it was a fun time with 3 of us, but I bet it's even better with a full foursome of gaming badasses. So we still have that. Of course, we always have things like EDF, and what was it? It was Teardown. Teardown. We started the campaign for that game, and I really love that game. I would not be opposed to experiencing more of that. And of course, Noita and Spelunky, and even things like Peak and Repo. Games that I really enjoyed we haven't played in a while, would always be down to revisiting those. So we got lots of fun things in our future. Lots of fun gamey games. Shockfire says, whoa, Alex, remember us when you're a supercharged badass. I don't think it's happening anytime soon, Shockfire. And I've been streaming, if you can believe it, I've been streaming with a regular schedule for almost 10 years, if you can believe that. Because I did like a little experiment where I was streaming every once in a while, and it was like near the end of 2016. I said to myself, you know what? Let's try like streaming regularly. Let's make a schedule. Let's try to like kind of be a little bit more focused on this and see if we can make this a regular thing and just see how I like it. Because I wasn't so much worried will there be viewers, because I was going to stream regardless whether there would be viewers if I liked it. So it was like, will I enjoy this? And the answer is yes. It's my favorite hobby. I like it so much. It's the hobby I enjoy more than anything else, more than any other hobbies at least. And I pretty much haven't stopped. I mean, I've taken breaks every once in a while. I take a 3-week trip. Maybe a personal thing happens where like when Dexter passed away, I took about a week off. There are times where I will put things on a very temporary hold, but yeah, generally though, yeah, it's like I've stuck to it pretty well, and really had a fun time with it. So yes, let's keep the ball rolling. But I don't expect any like overnight sensations, especially because you're doing it 10 years, you're getting old. It's one thing when you're a young upstart and you got all this energy, you have all this optimism and potential. Now that I'm approaching my 40s, it's it becomes a bit of a different ball game, and it's never too late. No one's journey is ever too late for reinvention or for improvement. I like to think that there's still opportunity to reach more viewers, find new people to add to our community. I think there's like I'm giving up or anything, but I don't suffer any delusions being like, oh, I'm gonna hit it big, I'm gonna strike it rich, my ship's coming in, baby, just you wait. It's like no, it doesn't work that way. But it's okay, it doesn't have to. I'm just here for the love of the game. I'm not here for numbers or for glory. That being said, we're gonna find a raid target. How's that sound? Thank you for popping in, Crane Culture. I appreciate you guys. Thank you again, Shake, for that very generous raid, and Kara as well. Shake and Kara, the freaking goats, really appreciate you guys. And thank you again to Le King for your raid as well. You're all super freaking cool. I did check this game's category to see if there's anybody streaming this game that we could raid into. The answer is there's a few, but there were no like obvious ones. There was a few that were not of an English-speaking persuasion. There were a few folks. There was one guy that had like 300 viewers, and it's like, I don't want to raid somebody that big, because if I raid someone like huge like that, I'm a drop in the bucket. I would much rather raid someone that's around our view count. That way, it's a little bit more pronounced. That way, our contributions. Not that it's, I was just saying, I'm not always about the numbers. Rating, of course, is a metric to be considered, and the number of viewers that you raid in with is a metric. I try to like hyper focus on that, because just the act of rating is a very nice thing to do. But I don't know. I think if I rate a smaller person, or at least a person that's close-ish to my size, I just think it's just more worthwhile versus someone who's already doing fine with hundreds or even thousands of viewers. It's fine. It's all good. That's all good. In fact, yeah, for raid targets, we have a couple of options. This person is streaming Grim Dawn, which I think had a pretty big update recently. This person is doing that Dune Awakening game we played a couple weeks ago. Mecha Chameleon, Icarus, Hunting Buddies. You know what? Mecha Chameleon is such a fun time. That game rocks. Let's raid Brandon. We haven't raided him in a while. Yes, final Brandon. What was this? What does his screen name used to be? His screen name used to be something slightly different. It had Brandon in the name. He's doing some Mecha Chameleon. That game rocks. I don't know if it is a special event. I get the impression it's probably just him and his community. So yeah, it's not like it's like a big kind of like big deal. But yeah, he's streaming this game and it's a fun one. Love me some Mecha Chameleon. That game rocks. Ooh, yeah, Grim playing the Grim Dawn. There you go. Played some Tainted Grail as well. Yeah, I never did play Grim Dawn. I heard it's very good. Heard it's really, really good. So I think the big update looks encouraging. Because I'm gonna pick that shit up. Yeah, the big expansion. That's right. Well, now you got me curious. I mean, Brandon is a cool dude, but you know what? In all fairness, I haven't raided Fallen Dawn in a long time. Maybe I should just raid Fallen Dawn. I've raided Brandon once in the last like month or so. So it hasn't been that recent. But you know what, Grim, you've convinced me. You've convinced me. Let's raid Fallen Doll. Now that I'm thinking more about it, I can't remember the last time I raided her. No, Grim forced me. He said, Alex, you raid this person or else, motherfucker. And I said, no, please, not in the face. No. I am making this decision of my own agency, of my own faculties. So, and Fallen Doll's nice. And I haven't raided her in a long time. So I think that'll be nice. That'll be a nice time. And also just because I'm selfishly curious, because I do love me a nice action RPG. I tend to be kind of picky when it comes to Diablo inspired games, because I love Diablo 1 and 2 so much. They're some of my favorite games ever. So the idea of a Diablo, they use the term Diablo clone, but a game that is obviously Diablo inspired, I tend to be very picky about those. So if nothing else, this is an opportunity for me to spy on the game. I don't know why I said spy on the game. It's like, you know, I'm clearly in the Twitch chat. I'll clearly be raiding in, so there won't be anything secret about it. Nothing sneaky to be found. But we'll still raid in. It'll be a nice time. And that'll be nice. That'll be nice. There is my socials page, as always. I, of course, have all the usual trimmings of a Linktree page. I know I'm not the first streamer to have a Linktree page. If you're just dying to follow me on social media pages, whether it be Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or any of that bullshit, they're all in there. The Linktree page has all of my social pages, as you can imagine. It also has all of my streaming platforms. If you're watching right now, you might be on Twitch. There's a greater chance you're on TikTok right now. It's not lost to me. I have a lot more TikTok viewers than I normally do. So if you're watching on TikTok or YouTube for that matter, you know, I'm happy to have you watch anywhere you want to, but I will say Twitch is my main streaming platform. It's my primary place that I stream to. It's where most of our viewers normally are. It's where most of our active chatters are. And some of the games we play have Twitch integration automatically built in. So it's the nicest way to kind of be able to like interact with the stream. We also have channel points that you can earn as you watch on Twitch, and we have channel point redemptions where you can affect the kinds of activities we get up to on Twitch specifically. So those are all features that Twitch has that other platforms don't. So that's kind of why Twitch is the main one, and it's the place where I've been the longest. So generally, that's what I'd recommend. So if you want to watch on any place, that's great. Obviously, I'm happy to have it anywhere you want to watch. But Twitch is what I generally recommend, if forced to recommend just one place. Also, speaking of special places, the Discord server. We have the Discord server. Again, every streamer and their grandma has a Discord server. I'm not special, but if you would like to participate in our shenanigans outside of streams, then the Discord server is the best way to keep up with myself and others inside the community outside the usual streams. I, of course, post my schedule there every week. Just note that the schedule will deviate slightly. Sometimes I do move things around. Sometimes I have to cancel streams or postpone things, and I try to update the schedule accordingly. But you know, it's more of a guideline. It's more of a framework for what to expect for the week, as opposed to a hard set schedule. We also do giveaways every so often. Typically, once every few weeks, we'll end up with extra game keys, and I will, instead of hoarding them like a dragon, I will disperse them to my adoring audience through giveaways in our Discord server. So we do raffles in the Discord server, usually, like I said, once every few weeks. We did some last week, so it'll probably be another week or two before we get anything new. We got some fun stuff on the horizon, so I'm looking forward to more games. We'll definitely be playing more games soon. In fact, I think tomorrow, if I'm able to stream, we'll either play, probably the most likely game we'll play is Photomaly. Photomaly is what just came out a couple days ago. Really cool looking survival horror game. Looks fucking weird. I always love me a good spooky survival horror game, and that one looks really good. It's called Photomaly. We'll probably play that one tomorrow. There's a chance, though, I might pivot and do Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We got the resynced or remastered version. Or maybe it's a remake. But anyway, the new Black Flag edition. I did get a review key for that one. I might try that out tomorrow instead. Shift at Midnight, I'll probably still continue to wait a little bit. In fact, I might even see if I can get a multiplayer group for that game together this weekend. Because I think playing that game single player would be neat, but getting it multiplayer would be real hot and sexy. So I might do some of that. But we'll see. We will see. Anyway, though, thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to play some games. We'll play some games tomorrow. Sorry, I got excited. We'll play some games tomorrow. We're going to watch some